Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome into round number 4 of the 2026 Underground RC Supercross Championship, live here on Start Your Systems. I am Kellen Brower, and I am pleased and proud to be joined in the booth this week by the man, the myth, the legend, Kalana Humphrey, big fan of the show, asked to come in. I didn't even have to seek you out. You just wanted to be here this week.
Commented, I knew ball. Let me in.
And you do know ball, that's for sure. That's one thing.
I know a little bit.
That's one thing that we will for sure see tonight is that you know a lot about this game. You have much experience playing it, only a couple years, but you said you've been watching over the years and you're a big fan of the series here.
Yeah, I've probably watched more MX Simulator than I've played. I only started playing in like 2024. But no, I watch it all the time, and yeah, I'm a below average. Probably couldn't even qualify for like a NOV race, but you'll see me in 804. I had to change my name in 804 actually because I was so bad. I would get like DMs from people like saying like, "Yo, you got to get better." Like I'll get comments on Instagram and TikTok. But man. big fan. I mean, I love it.
Man, I thought you would have to change your name in 04 because people would just punt you or something like that. But they're just roasting you and saying you're not good enough.
Literally just roasting me. So yeah, I have a low key name every time I go in 04 now. And yeah, you'll never guess it.
Well, it's not Jackson already in chat says that Kalana is goated in 04. So there you go.
I appreciate it. Shout out Jackson. Yeah.
Jackson knows what's up. Okay, so we'll get into qualifying and the standings here in just a minute. But yeah, excited to have you here tonight, man. Like you've been a fan of the series for a little while. What have you thought about everything through the first 3 rounds though?
It's been pretty crazy. 450 class, I mean, Seth Carr, right? Yeah, he's just been killing it.
Yeah.
Braden Tharp struggled the first 2, didn't make the mains to the first 2, right?
Yep.
Finally made it in. My boy Carter, I know he has it in him. So I think it'll be good with the Triple Crown this weekend. And yeah, very veteran ride from Leclerc last weekend. Like wasn't the fastest guy out, but just put the pieces together when he really needed to. Like even it was almost like a Cooper Webb like ride, like the way he would like at the end of the main he would like cut down and like make his own E-road and stuff was definitely cool. And then yeah, the 250 class, Cash Wood's been pretty dominant. But yeah, Dallaire didn't make the main last week, so that was rough. My boy Christopher Harris though, big shout out to my boy Christopher. He made the last 2 mains, so yeah, big ups. And I think he got like 6th or 7th.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, sorry chat, but yeah, he did.
Oh, dude, right into the 6-7,
right into it. But no, he did good, and yeah, Schaefer salvaged a pretty good ride. Joey Carter got 2nd in San Diego. I think did he get on the box this weekend?
No, not last week.
No, and then yeah, big ups for Schiabro. I'm pretty sure he's raced this longer than I've been alive. So yeah, big ups on Schiabro for finally getting the dub. That was pretty cool.
See, now you made everyone just feel old by that.
Yeah,
again,
I know. Sorry.
Only 18 years old. Schiabro took him 14 years of trying to get that first win. But yeah, awesome to see that last week. Shout out to a couple people real quick. Matt Edwards, 499 in the chat says, "It is Wednesday, my dudes." It absolutely is Wednesday. Also, it's Thumper over on Twitch with a 5th month in a row Prime sub. Welcome, Kalana. Sup, Kellen. Hope for a great night. So good to have everyone welcoming Kalana to the booth as well. This is awesome to have you here, and hopefully we get the Race Factory website to load. It's loading quite slow. So if anybody is struggling to get on Race Factory, it's not just you. It's also me. Can't look at qualifying times just yet. But you did also mention something there just a minute ago that I actually totally forgot about until we were about to go racing here tonight. Triple Crown format tonight. We got the 3 mains, or the 3 races as they call it. We'll start off with LCQs, which are always fun tonight. But what do you think of Triple Crowns? You like them?
I like them. They're fun. They're exciting. It's shorter format races, more starts, more action. I don't know. I'm gonna make a prediction though. I think Hubbard's gonna do good this weekend. He's obviously really good at the starts. They did change it this year though. They changed the traction. I remember the first time I loaded into A1, fat loop out on my end. So yeah, I think it'll be good. It'll be all about the starts. And yeah, kind of stay out of carnage.
Yeah, definitely going to be all about starts, of course, because if you don't get a good start, it is going to go real bad real quickly. And I got a sneaky little link here from Cat's not to use this website, but I'm going to actually just keep using Race Factory if I can actually get it to load here. It almost had it loaded all the way, and then it stopped for a second. So might as well just do this and pull up our qualifying times on screen right now for you guys to see. And Seth Carr does indeed go fastest here tonight, getting into the evening program with a 48.6, 48.7 out of Payson Johnson. And look, we saw Payson last week run one of the craziest lap times of all time in this game. And he's back. He's ready to show out again. And if he brings the speed that we saw last week, it's going to be a fun night to see him out there on the track too.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. It was definitely a statement. Right after he ran that lap, he disconnected, right? Like, so I think Payson Johnson's just doing it for the love of the game, literally. It's pretty cool to see. Carter second. Pretty honestly, just to out qualify Payson, like that's pretty impressive from Seth Carr. They're obviously really, really close. Only 1/100th of a second faster from Carr.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was Walter Gebhardt. Did he almost podium? Or he was leading for one of the mains, right?
Yeah, he's had his moments for sure this year. It's always kind of Walter Gebhardt's story where sometimes he's really good and can battle for wins, and sometimes it's like, what is happening? But yeah, not too bad last week, like you said. So hopefully he can get up there and mix it up. These are our 450 qualifying times. Let's see if we can actually get it up on the Race Factory website now, though, and see the exact same thing, 48.6 to 48.7. And again, because it is a Triple Crown tonight, the cutoff time is 18th place, which by the skin of his teeth was T-Lang. And I'm seeing right now last week's winner, Alexis Leclerc, might be headed towards the LCQ, which would be absolutely insane. Only top 18 make it, and everyone else heads to the LCQ. So we'll keep an eye on that for Leclerc. Jackson Vick fastest in the West Division here tonight. Quinault, Show, Grant, and Dan White. Good mix of characters up there at the front. But Cash Woods, not the best qualifying to kick off his night here, Kalana, P9, but should we worry about that? He was looking pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty hard to run a burner like in an hour in sim, and it could have just been like bad qualifying, people getting in the way and stuff. So that's going to be, I mean, it's not the most ideal, but it's not the end of the world. Big ups to Tom Quinault, though, repping the Stark. He's been repping the Stark this season. So I'm not sure how he does that, if he just runs like the Stark sound mod or he just whatever, but that's pretty cool.
We got to get you dialed with that in the game, you know?
Yeah, I know. We have to. We have to. Wyatt Grant,
athlete over here.
I know. Wyatt Grant in fourth. He didn't qualify for A1, so it was a little bit nerve wracking. So that's good. He's in the main. And my buddy Christopher Harris sent me a snap. I think he's in 14th. I don't know if it's still. No.
Let's see. 16th.
No. 16th.
But he's in. So
he's in. He's good. He's good.
Yep.
He's good.
Let's take a look at our standings real quick before we jump in the server. Cash Woods, again, winner of 2 of the first 3 and then got second last week. So he's 13 up on Jeremy Schiabro, who moves to second in the standings after a tough week for Dylan Delaire and a few others. But Schiabro, big winner at A2. Awesome.
It's crazy. It's crazy seeing his UID. Just everyone like 4,000, 5,000. Joey Carter's at the 1,000, 3,000. That's 884. So
yeah, that is insane, the difference of how long Schiabro has been at it, and cool to see him get the win. On the flip side, in 450s, Braden Carter clawed a little bit back last week to Seth Carr. Only 10 between them. Colby Eaglin, your defending champ, is hanging in there, 14 back. Leclerc takes the win last week, moves to 6th in the standings, but it is definitely close in this 450 class, and it's only going to get closer as we go Triple Crown racing here tonight at Houston. So let's talk about the track real quick before we go into this LCQ, which is what we're going to lead off with here tonight. What do you think of this racetrack? How do you think it's going to race for these guys?
I don't know. It's going to be, I haven't really watched any laps from anyone yet. So I guess the LCQ will kind of see like how everyone kind of settles into the rhythm and stuff. They have been building the tracks, like, in my personal opinion, I'm not very good at the game, right? But they've been pretty like difficult this year.
Yeah.
Like they've been pretty technical, like way like more steep. The whoops have been bigger. So I mean, I just watched your lap and the whoops looked pretty fat. So I mean, yeah, I guess we'll see. But Triple Crown. I hope it's not gonna be as, I guess, slot car-y. Like I feel like last weekend it got to a point where it was like pretty like, kind of settle into a rut, and it got pretty fast, like even like with the E-Road.
Yeah.
Like when Payson ran his fastest lap in like lap 14 when
Yeah. I mean, the road won't get as deep as you mentioned. And also another thing that I'm noticing about this track, which is in my opinion, going to be really fun to see tonight. So many bowl corners. I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 that are pretty wide open for the taking. And even after the finish line is a big kind of sweeper into the whoops that you might leave the door open just trying to get a run in. So it's going to be interesting to see how people kind of defend their lines here tonight, because with all these bowl corners into rhythm sections, I feel like everyone's going to go wide to get the run in, and they might actually end up getting kind of teed up from that.
Yeah, no, it'll to start off with the LCQ too, in this, it'll be fun to watch. We'll get that action going.
Yeah, the LCQ is going to be
pretty quick, and awesome. Then right to the main. But yeah, definitely like you mentioned, a lot of bowl corners, which will lead into some good racing. But no, I'm excited. I mean, yeah, these guys, but yeah, I mean, those wolves look pretty fat.
Dude, they're naughty. And I mean, I'm not very good at the game anymore, but they took me a long time to get any sort of comfortability to get a lap in on it. And these guys are about to go out for 5 minutes plus a lap. Also want to give a quick shout out to Leon Ty, tipped $1 on our Streamlabs link and said, thank you for the coverage for the races. As always, Kellen. Welcome, Kalana. Been a minute since I caught a stream, so welcome back, Leon. And he's stoked to have Kalana in the booth with us, as are we. And it is time, ladies and gentlemen, to go racing here tonight. 250 LCQ kicks it off. 4 riders go to the main races. Everybody else heads home, and we start off with some of our best racing of the night. So here we go from Houston. It's round 4 of MX Simulator Supercross, and it starts right now. Pretty clean start. One of the Cowies gets out there first. Is that Briscoe on the 309? Rafael Provost goes deep into the corner and jumping through the middle right there. It was Briscoe on the Cowie that got there first, but to the outside, Dash McMillan also in the mix. He's going to triple single across the start. Briscoe gets the early race lead. Yeah, really impressive from Dash. Like I didn't really catch him too quick, like up front coming into the first corner, but the way he kind of zigzagged through everyone was really impressive. But yeah, crazy jump from Timmy Briscoe. Must have got a PC motor from Mitch this week, because that was impressive. Yeah, got a nose out on everyone, and he's swapping through the whoops, but he makes it to the end. Evan Holtz getting sideways. These 250 boys are struggling as getting put in the Davalos bills. Dash McMillan comes to a complete stop. He's going to lose 3 or 4 positions and fall out of a transfer spot. I believe Jeff Cooper, actually, he goes up to 5th. So Dalton Caudill goes up to the 4th spot. He's trying to jump his way into 3rd across the start here, but not going to get it just yet. As around the outside, J.R. Reyes swoops in on the SwapMotoLive.com KTM. It was Holtzy up in the 2 spot as Briscoe still leads. And our front 4, Kalana, kind of getting a bit of a gap here early, which could be trouble. Yeah, definitely what you want to do. Whoa, what a low line. But yeah, hopefully if I was them, you want to sprint and get away. And honestly, pretty stacked LCQ, like Holtzy, obviously always up front. Didn't Briscoe podium? Is that Briscoe in San Diego, right? Yeah, he did podium. So, I mean, yeah, JR Reyes always up in the mix. I haven't seen Dalton Caudill? Is that how you say his last name? Caudill, yeah. Oh, and as he gets front end lock and gets legs, unfortunate. My boy Luke Fowler. Yeah, Jeff Cooper. Like, this is a pretty, like, main event friendly, or main event regular, LCQ. So, pretty stacked, as Fowler almost makes the pass. But, Jeff Cooper defends. Yeah, this really what it shows is we have the difference between guys that are really good at qualifying versus racing. And oftentimes the Jeff Coopers, the Luke Fowlers, they're the guys that race really well. They may not qualify well, but they get in through the heat or even an LCQ normally just by being a better racer than those around them. And some of the guys that are better at qualifying just made it straight in here tonight. So we'll see those guys coming up here in a few minutes. But right now, Jeff Cooper is in the pressure cooker, running in the 4 position. It's still Briscoe from Holt, J.R. Reyes, and then Jeff Cooper as we work our way into the whoops. As you mentioned, your boy Luke Fowler holding down the 5 spot. What do we got to see from Luke here to get it into the main events? I mean, it looks like they're catching the front end guys, but it's just like, yeah, mistake free. And I feel like that's pretty much what Sim's all about these days, is who can make the less mistake. As Luke 3's in across the start, we'll see if he can sneak into the inside, but it looks like the double out kind of slows you down. But really just nailing all the sections and waiting for a mistake really from Jeff Cooper, because obviously Jeff Cooper is a regular main event guy. He has a national number 35, so he's obviously good and experienced. As we see Luke get that 3 and makes the pass as Jeff Cooper makes a big mistake. Yeah, that was weird. Luke Fowler jumped by, but his timing gate didn't get picked up, so he does make the pass. and moves into fourth, but he has Andre Feitosa right behind him, the Reiko machine, the 163, hopping through the whoops, getting sideways.
No.
He's front flipping,
Oh,
and he takes
no, and he
Bowser
takes
out.
Luke Bowser out. No way.
That's unbelievable. And Jeff Cooper, Christmas morning, comes early once again, and he's back into a transfer spot. But now Barry Brands is closing down on the 63, and we'll see if Cooper can defend. Only about a minute left in this race before time expires. And
do we have someone off the track after the berm?
Oh, yeah, maybe we did. It was
J.R. Reyes. He does. Dang. So Barry Brands moves up to the 4th spot.
Yeah, well, I don't know how Reyes got that section so wrong, but he ends up off the track, as you mentioned. Good eye there.
Yeah, I saw that out of the peripherals. Oh, no, and J.R. Reyes gets legs off the 3. Unfortunate. That's one of those annoying legs. I get it all the time because I'm not very good at the game, but you kind of just barely clip it, and yeah, that's all she wrote.
Yep, and so Braxton Martin moves up into 5th, but he just made a mistake. Barry Brands is bouncing through the whoops. Braxton down the inside. Does he go for it? Not yet. And then he's also got heat coming from behind. Feitosa goes for the triple. He comes up short. No one seems to want this 4th and final transfer spot as our leaders continue to get away. It's Holtzy now out front from Timmy Briscoe, but Brands is trying to hold on to this final transfer spot. Do you want to be in this position if you're Barry Brands right now? I mean, you are feeling the heat. 2 guys right behind you.
I mean, oh no!
Braxton goes down.
Big mistake. I mean, you always want to be in 4th. Like, you know, I've heard some guys say they would rather be in 5th, but I mean, you could always defend. Don't want to be behind, because then if you make a mistake and you start falling back, unless it's like the last corner and the dude leaves the inside wide open, would always rather be in the transfer position than outside looking in.
Yeah.
So, I mean, looks like Barry Brands has, picked up a little bit of a gap as he goes through the whoops. Skips a few. But looks like Holtzy made a mistake, and he's dropped back into 3rd.
He is. He's actually right in front of Barry Brands. Good catch there, and Jeff Cooper moves to 2nd. Briscoe back to the race lead, is on his way to winning this last chance qualifier with just a few more corners to go. Do want to keep an eye on Barry Brands, though, because Feitosa is trying to close it down, and all the Brazilian flags will be flaring off in chat if Feitosa can make it in.
Oh, is he Brazilian?
Oh, he is.
He's the Enzo Lopes of MXM.
He is indeed. Only has one more straightaway left to try to make it happen. Barry Brands is going to try to get through here cleanly. Actually, no, one more lap to go. I missed that. I thought we were coming to the checkers, but there is one more lap still to go. So how about this? Barry Brands is still sitting in the danger zone a little bit. Can Feitosa get up there and make something happen? He's got a lap to do it.
Looks like Feitosa has better whoop speed as a...
That was Jeff Cooper coming back on right in front of these guys. So it's Holtzy, Cooper, and Barry Brands all right in front of Feitosa here on the final lap of the race.
Yeah, it looks like these 250 guys are struggling. These rhythms look pretty difficult as we see those different options, which is honestly sick. Oh, it looks like Feitosa pulls up to Bance. And he gets front end lock.
On the rear tire of Jeff Cooper, if he could, or Barry Brands, I should say, could he just waited one more section, might have had another shot at it, but it's probably over now with the gap as it has been established. So one turn to go. Timmy Briscoe up front wins the last chance qualifier for the 250 class, and behind him, a Freight Trainer Riders featuring Evan Holt, Jeff Cooper, and Barry Brands goes through to the main event here tonight in Houston. Luke
Fowler almost climbed his way back up. Probably cut a little bit, so he's probably not going to make it off cuts. To be honest, I saw him off the track a little bit, but yeah, bummer deal for Feitosa. He was right on the back of him, and if he just would have waited one more corner, or if he would have just dive bombed to the inside, I think he could have had it. But yeah,
tough break for sure. The way it goes.
Yeah, Barry held on good. I didn't really crack under pressure. Could have been close even for Holtzy or Jeff Cooper. It would have, definitely they looked good, but yeah, kind of fell back towards the end. Made some mistakes, but luckily they had some good opening laps and had a buffer.
Did get themselves a buffer, like you said, and indeed the top 4 are confirmed: Briscoe, Holtzy, the 93 of Jeff Cooper, and the 35 there of Barry Brands goes through into tonight's main races. Of course, this is Triple Crown format. If you're just joining us for the first time here tonight, Triple Crown format. So we will have our main races coming up in just a moment. But before we do that, we have got to, man, how did I load in so fast? Or did I just get kicked from the server? Oh, they homologated them. That's why I loaded so fast. So we'll get a restart here in just a minute and check out these 450 gentlemen going to the gate for the LCQ coming up in just a minute, and then our 3 main motos in a little bit after that. So I feel like what we learned from that first race, Kalana, is especially in the 250 class, the whoops are going to be the difference maker again this week.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the whoops have been really tough, especially San Diego. That was like a big thing, right? The whoops. So yeah, it looks like, especially, it looks really tricky just coming out of a flat corner into the whoops. You don't really see that often these days. And the size of them look pretty heavy. So I like the different options too, especially the rhythm section. I'm not sure. Like, you cross the start the first time, you go right. That rhythm section has some different options, and even it looks like the rhythm section before the finish line has some different options too. So I mean, I'm sure it's pretty easy on the 450 class unless there's like a massive big line that people are doing. But yeah, even in the 250 class, it looks like mistake free is really the key to this race. There's not like a very big rhythm that people are gonna get to make big time. It's just kind of staying clean, and yeah, like you mentioned, the whoops really big.
Yep, the whoops, and like you said, staying clean, getting a good start will be critical in these short races coming up. But before we do that, we do get a chance to see a little bit of what the 450 gentlemen do look like out here, because we got a 450 LCQ coming up, and there's some big names in this one. Alec Horn, who's been the whole shot maestro of lately, and of course the 7 of Alexis Leclerc is here. Jeremy Siebold, your 2020 champ, is also in this race. Former 250 East champion Rasmus Balzer on the 19 out here in this one. So there's some what I would call basically factory boys on the gate in this one.
Especially Leclerc won last weekend, so definitely not the spot you want to be in. Balzner is two-time champ, right?
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, seeing these names, definitely don't want to Siebold defend or 2020 champ. So yeah, some big names on here that you Cody Branson, normal main event guy. So yeah, I would consider this a pretty stacked. It's almost like the A1 real life LCQ, like some good guys in there.
Just a load of factory dudes, and then I feel like unlike the A1 race, where it's kind of the norm, the factory guys got the lead and established themselves. I feel like we might see some chaos. There's gonna be some guys going home early tonight.
Yeah, you I feel like there's I feel like MX Sim, just like the level, like there's like a lot of, it's almost more stacked than real life. Like you could like see someone could like you see Leclerc. I mean, you wouldn't see like a Cooper Webb or like a Chase Sexton or someone like that not qualify for the main event in a Triple Crown format, and that just goes to show like the level that sim has gone to these days, where it's like it's crazy how fast they go. But big ups to Cody Branson. Always has some fire kits. I don't know if
did we miss him already? Or?
Yeah, he had a all pink kit.
Yep, there it is,
right there. But he always runs the cleanest kits. I always see him on TikTok.
Yeah, I feel like that fits with your vibe too, because you do love running some like really cool color mixtures and stuff like that. So pink and black, it'd slap, right?
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I always like how he just always makes his own colorways.
Yep, yeah, and you make sure that I get the kits too, so that I don't miss it. I get DMs from him all the time, but that's cool. All right, it is time for our final LCQ, our final qualifying race of the night, before we go into the main motos coming up here in just a few moments. So stick with us. It's going to be 5 minutes plus a lap to decide who goes to the main event. We're off and running. And another clean start off the gate, out of the middle. One of the gas machines gets there first, but does he get it? No, it's Xander Brion up the inside who gets the whole shot, and he's able to quad onto that table after doubling in, so he gets the early race lead. He's got Deering. Ryan Chowsey was that gas that got there first, and then Arnbrister, our top 4. So none of the guys we were just talking about are up here. They're a little bit buried.
Yeah, I forgot to mention Xander Brion. He's a normal main event guy. No, we got a twofer. And he takes himself out, and Ash Deering kind of comes unscathed. He got really lucky he didn't get legs there.
It got lit up just on the first lap. Yeah,
that was a pretty interesting move. I feel like if you're like second and third, you don't really want to be messing with each other too much, especially the first lap. But big ups to Cody Branson, my guy.
He's in a transfer spot. He's in 4th, and he's going to deal with some heat soon from last week's winner, Leclerc. So can Leclerc get up there and battle with Cody Branson? We also have Chase Blakely. Ash Deering getting ran wide a little bit. How does the 54 of Caleb Hall go for the triple from that far down the berm?
Oh, and we have a quad in. Oh!
Whoa! And then Caleb Hall lands on Ash Deering, so he's out of it. But really, this battle between Leclerc and Branson's going to start heating up. Branson goes for the quad triple and gets it. Leclerc does not.
But it doesn't even seem that much slower. I guess that the saying loud really makes it different. I'm getting big Phil vibes from Ash Deering. I don't know if it's the number 29 or what, but I'm getting heavy Phil vibes. Is it Ash Deering?
Oh.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
but
no!
he flips through the whoops as Leclerc came to a stop, and then Deering goes around the outside of him and gets by. I think it was Blakely on the 21 that may have gone down, so now Deering next up. He is going to try to run down Cody Branson. It's still Brion, Arnbrister, Nico Marchini, and then Branson, who we have here on our screen. Branson just swinging around that corner, tripling out, and these guys are lining up behind him, and like you said, there's that quad.
Oh, he goes quad. Oh, no!
And he's down too, but not on legs.
He's had like 5 close calls and
Wow.
hasn't gotten legs. So I don't know what the technique he has, but he needs to hit me up because I would have crashed in every single one of those situations. As Leclerc makes a mistake.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we
is
have
that Marchini down?
That's
That is
Brion. Brion's down out of the race lead.
Wow.
Not
Doolies. Out of nowhere alongside Ash Deering. And Deering trying to get his wits about him again as Leclerc has moved into a transfer spot, but these whoops seem to be a bit of a problem area for last week's winner. Marchini still is up. Branson's up to the 2 spot, trying to make it into this main event as Arnbrister now leads this race on the 138 ride. So it's Arnbrister, Branson, Marchini, Leclerc, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then Isaiah Dickerson is bringing Ash Deering and Brion with him. Fastest lap of the race just got ran in 9th place out of Alec Horn, so he's still trying to get up there and close this down in the late stages. 2 minutes plus a lap to work with.
Oh!
Leclerc gets taken out by some lapped rider going the wrong way on the track. Let's go back and see who that was. Hayden Stevenson.
Yeah,
Where was he going? All right, well, he's probably about to get the black flag, and fitting he's wearing Hayden Deegan's gear.
T-Lang or whoever. Is it T-Lang that runs mostly does like the protests and stuff? He's going to get a big talking to and probably a suspension from that. 'Cause that was heavy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we saw Logan Leitzel last week. He got a 6-week suspension for going backwards on the track, and he didn't even take somebody out. So I'd imagine this is not going to sit well with the admins who are looking over this server. And poor Leclerc was a bit of a sitting duck. He goes all the way back to the 10 spot now.
Yeah.
Oh, and now Dickerson, who was in a transfer spot, goes down. Now Deering goes by.
And Horn is behind him. And Horn was, 9th place like a lap ago. So a lot of progress being made by Alec. Looks like we got the fastest lap ran by Rasmus Balzer in 12th place. He runs a 51.
Wow, so Balzer in the struggle bus zone right now, but he is absolutely flying around this racetrack as we continue to watch Ash Deering trying to hold on to this final transfer spot. Brion is still right there behind him. And then Alec Horn is on his horse trying to close this down. Oh, he gets sideways.
Oh,
and legs off, tripling in. Doesn't get the speed to triple in all the way and comes up short, and down he goes. So Deering survives another one. Will he continue to survive these barrage of attacks? Now Siebold with the fastest lap of the race in 6th place.
I'm getting heavy Phil vibes from Deering. Heavy Phil vibes. I don't know what it is. But, I mean, he's holding on. Kind of riding like a veteran.
Like Phil?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, a little bit. I like his little technique before the whoops. He kind of slows down and then, like, clutches onto him. So, yeah, really worried about that inside line. I guess he did get punted there on the first lap, so really protecting it.
Yeah, doesn't want to leave the door open.
Oh no,
Branson
Cody Branson's down.
So Brion goes by. Siebold also going to sneak by into the 5 spot, and Brion now into the bubble position as quickly as we thought that Branson had figured this thing out. He's outside looking in. He goes all the way back to the 6th spot. Leclerc still trying to charge up. 7th place for him. Crazy to think with that legs off after getting taken out on the start straight. He's only 10 seconds back of the lead. And I'm very curious if he's able to get back up here and make it into a transfer spot. Arnbrister still leads. Marchini, Deering, and Brion, who is just jumping off the track right there. All these guys really having a tough time staying on the track right in that corner.
Oh, no, and
Branson
high sides. That's probably going to be in the end of his night.
And
and he collects Leclerc.
Oh, no.
Wow, pile
more
up.
guys going by. That's Alec Horn going by, Caleb Hall. And Leclerc's chances of making it in tonight a week after winning in Anaheim 2 seem to be over.
Yeah, it seems like Leclerc and LCQs are just not the thing this year. And, crazy he puts himself in that position when I feel like back in the day, Leclerc was like the dude that would run the burners. So, oh, and Branson on the other side of your screen goes down again. But
Poor Branson.
but big ups for Jacob Armbruster. Obviously running for Kellen. I'm not sure if that's for you or not.
I hope.
He's been running slower lap times, but he's just consistent and just putting himself in the right positions. And yeah, he's let's see, is this it?
Yeah, this is it.
This is it.
Jacob Armbruster wins the 450 LCQ,
Nice.
backflips the finish line.
Beautiful. Ash Deering, second
Place, yep.
Siebel makes it
in third, and Brion fourth. So missing out was Marchini. He loses it at the end.
Dang.
Alec Horn
Yep.
also out. Caleb Hall and Leclerc will end up 8th in this one. And very curious what the admins will say about him getting taken out from the other side of the track.
Oh no, Moto-san Pilsner.
Yep, Pilsner misses out. What
Big
is that?
shout out to Pilsner. I played with
Nexus
him last week.
Xanax Metal Militia.
That's oh wow. Oh wow. But he is running the kit I designed. That one industry. Yep. So big ups on Moto-san. But yeah, really interesting name he has going on. But the Metal Militia Rockstar kit, that's
yeah, you can't even see One Industries on it.
Nope,
Oh,
just
man.
on the pants. But
Yeah,
God, what a kid he's running.
Claire out, Branson, Seth Crotty, Rasmus Balzer.
Ooh, I like the kit. Let's see, who is that? That's Horn.
Oh yeah,
That's another
Horn here.
kit.
You love
I
the
designed.
One Industries stuff for sure.
I designed those two kits. Though I don't think they're actually selling them, unless they decide to. But
Well, maybe they just knew because you're in studio. They just wanted to show up for you. You know?
big ups on Alec Horn, even though he didn't, maybe don't run my gear because none of them made it. But that's cool.
Wow.
I like it.
So that is our LCQ done and dusted, and the same gentlemen who were up front do make it in. Brion, Siebold, Deering, and Armbruster go through. Also, quick shout out to Daniel Baker in chat. $10. He says, I love Leclerc, all caps. So we're having a bit of a debate right now in chat whether or not Leclerc deserved to get teed up from across the track. Did they actually kick Hayden Stevenson? Where is he on the track?
He has to be kicked.
He's just sitting on the starting gate. He did 5 laps. Everyone else did 8. So, yeah, he got kicked somewhere along the line. Tough break for Hayden Stevenson, who I've met IRL. And I would tell him straight to his face I was not cool. But not going through to the main either.
Was it Armbruster accused of, I wouldn't say accused, but was called a David Pulley lookalike?
He was, yes, last week called a David Pulley lookalike, but
was not stoked about it either.
No, I mean, I like David Pulley, but I don't know that I would be stoked on being called David Pulley.
Yeah, I mean, I see David Pulley at the track, and yeah, I mean, I've only spoken to him a couple times. Nice guy, but yeah, no comment.
No comment. While we get ready for 250 Race 1, we'll jump back in studio. Kellen Brower alongside Kalana Humphrey here tonight in the booth. Great to have you. For those that have been listening to the broadcast and don't know who that other voice is, it is Kalana Humphrey. Why don't we get into you for just a quick second? What's Kalana's life looked like lately? What you been up to?
Yeah, so I was in Europe for 6 months, living in Spain, just right outside of Barcelona, racing for the Stark Future Factory team. Raced some French Supercross. Did the end of the WSX series. And some other one-off European Supercross races. But I've been doing that, and then I got home. Really just been having fun. Just hitting ramps, doing flips and whips and all sorts of stuff. I have a couple projects that I'm coming out with soon, so that'll be cool. And I have been working out in the gym a lot, though. I want to get my biggest thing with this kind of time off I have from racing. I just really want to get stronger, so I've been working out with Charles at Icon.
Nice,
right near KTM. So we're doing that lately, and having fun.
Nice, just crushing the gym, getting ready, and looking good. So these projects, I'm assuming video projects, are they already shot, or are we shooting them
so
soon,
I have one shot already.
Okay.
Just needs to be edited, and that's a long process, just like with going through hundreds of hours of footage. So I got that coming up, and then I'm talking about a new project that I'm potentially gonna do. So
So keep an eye out. Where can we see that? Will this be Red Bull Motorsports, or what are we looking
so
for?
this next one will, I don't know exactly where it's most likely going to be on my channel.
Okay.
So you can just look me up, Kalana Humphrey on YouTube. But I'll be posting updates and stuff on Instagram, and I still post on Instagram and TikTok pretty often, just daily stuff in my life. And little edits here and there of me riding and stuff.
Definitely be sure to follow if you guys don't already. I think it's just at Kalana Humphrey, right?
Yeah. So it's at Kalana_Humphrey on Instagram, and
go.
then Kalana Humphrey on TikTok and Kalana Humphrey on YouTube. So yeah.
Yep.
Appreciate everyone, all the support.
Real life shredder in the booth with us tonight. Love to have you in studio. And as he said at the beginning, he knows ball. He knows these guys.
Yeah.
He's been calling the action like it's nobody's business out here, and it's awesome to see.
Yeah. Probably one of the few people that can say that I'm better at riding a dirt bike in real life than I am in MX Simulator, which is not very common.
Yeah.
But I've been getting better. I've been grinding in Elsinore. I know the 25 tracks like the back of my hand. Me and my boy Caleb have been grinding it.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing you out here on this gate here very, very soon.
Yeah, no way. I mean, my goal for 27 is to qualify for a novice night show. So.
All right, novice night show in the future for Kalana Humphrey. But what's in the future for us right now is 250 race 1 here in Houston, 10 minutes plus a lap. First night of the Triple Crown is off and running, and it looks like it's one of the Hondas out of the middle. Is that a gas actually? The 45 trying to get there first.
Oh, Delaire
goes deep, and it's Tyler Shoei with the stats guy whole shot. Gets the early lead. Case is the quad on, going to get passed up. Jackson Vick, your fastest qualifier to the outside, tries to go to the lead, but Show holds on for now.
No.
And a little bit of chaos in the background. So early mistakes costing some of these guys, but actually overall not that crazy of a start. Pretty clean as Jackson Vick gets away clean, but Tyler Shoei with the early race lead, Kalana.
Yeah, Jackson Vick, had a very similar start. I think he whole shotted, but was very upfront in the main in the beginning on the 250s, and kind of just, started to fade away. So I mean, I think maybe this Triple Crown format will suit him more. But yeah, Tyler Shoei, really good sprint pace in the beginning, and then Holtzy in third, from the LCQ to third. That's it's really impressive. So. We'll see how this main event shapes up. Looks like Wyatt Grant and Quino are battling for the top 5.
Quino back here. Yep.
Quino faded back on the start card when he need a little bit.
Oh man, he's right there though, up the inside, trying to get in the mix as he's dealing with Caden Kepke. You also got Tom Quino getting in the inside there, and they both got around. That was Caden Kepke. They got Joey Carter, I should say, right in front of them. So this is a good little fight between all these guys. But Quino's trying to make the Stark look good for you here, Kalana. He's feisty with Joey Carter in front of him.
Big ups to Quino, and looks like Cash Woods is buried. 10th place for him. And we have a big pileup.
And that was started by Joey Carter going down. Quino gets into him. Delaire is also down.
Oh, we have more riders down.
More crashing in the background.
Not what you want. And it looks, looks like another Suzuki comes down. Wow, we have some action. Cash Woods
just took out Bodie Parker, or almost took him out, ran him high, at least in the corner, and then he's going to get block passed up the inside as Ryan Pinkerton goes by. Woods going to triple back by. Pinkerton's in the off rhythm line, and it looks like Woods will make it work to get to the outside and retake that position. He's now up to 6th as Kepke, Wyatt Grant, Holtzy, Vick, and Shoei are still your top 5. Tyler Shoei in the lead here onto the 4th lap of the race. But Jackson Vick, your fast qualifier, hot on his heels. Where is he going to gain some time here, Kalana, you think?
I mean, the low speed is kind of like, it looks like the 250s is where you can make a lot of time, and then really just hitting all your marks, like hitting all the rhythms and stuff. Definitely really tricky on the 250. That's why I don't really play on a 250, because I'm not very good. But yeah, it looks like just getting the rhythms. It kind of looks like that inside line's almost faster towards the end of the rhythm, just to where it kind of sets you up with the triple into the berm. Looks like Jackson Vick is making a little bit more time. Looks like he's just a little bit racier, a little bit cleaner through the corners and the rhythms. But I mean, still honestly good performance from Tyler Shoei. I don't think we've seen him out front all that much this season, as Wyatt Grant moves up to 3rd. Looks like Jackson Vick is really putting it down, and as he runs the fastest lap time of 51.6.
Yep, on board at that 51.6 all the way through. And as you mentioned, Wyatt Grant does get the pass done on Evan Holt to move up into the final podium position, at least in this first race of 3 of the night. Triple Crown format here in Houston. And Wyatt Grant is on his horse. It's a KTM 123 TSCZ Productions holding it down at the front. And it's cool to see their team having their shining night going so far, because we've seen so much of the District Designs Yamaha. It's good to see a little bit of extra flavor up here. And Tyler Show is looking smooth and in control out front. No worries about Jackson Vick running those hot laps behind him. Tyler Show looks like he's pretty well controlled with what he's doing.
Yeah, it kind of looks like he's just selling his pace and kind of riding his own race and, just letting whatever happens. Looks like, Vic has more of the pace, but I think Show honestly just overall looks more consistent as he takes that inside. I haven't really seen a lot of people do that before, but I mean, yeah, Vic kind of staying the same, honestly. I mean, the lap times were Show was 0.2 faster that last lap, so it looks good as Wyatt Grant runs the fastest lap of the 52.5.
Yeah,
51.5. Sorry.
51.5 out of Wyatt Grant is the new fastest lap of the race. He's trying to get into this battle with his teammates. TSCZ Productions 1, 2, 3, and it's another day at the practice track for them right now. A Show comes up short on the quad, and now we got a race for the lead about to brew. Oh, Vic into the tough blocks, almost goes through the front door and loses a little bit of time just as quickly as he got there. But both these guys starting to make little mistakes, and that might allow Wyatt Grant into the picture here as we see him going at the bottom of your screen about 3 seconds back. We'll keep an eye on that gap and whether or not it stabilizes. Jackson Vick is on his horse, though, and he wants a piece of the lead as he's bouncing his way through the whoops. Man, Show's making that inside line work. I didn't think anybody would take that little single coming onto the start straight, but Tyler Show's doing it, and it's working just fine for him.
Yeah, it's crazy to see how you can see like the pace and everything and how fast they're getting into lap traffic. That's definitely going to play a big role once we start getting higher into that. But yeah, Stroll really making that that inside line work. Really didn't think we would see that, especially in the 250 class, because I think you would want to carry more momentum, but maybe just the way it sets him up for the whoops is better.
Yeah, maybe just trying to find a little bit better angle into the whoops or something along those lines. But even the different rhythm options here, they're basically taking different lines all the way around the racetrack, and it's working out even, at least so far, as Jackson Vick is still trying to make something happen, trying to close this gap down. We're almost down to about 4 minutes left, and it just seems like at any moment this might change hands with Jackson Vick right on his heels. Tyler Show just working his way steadily around this racetrack, and he'll get into lap traffic soon. Meanwhile, Cash Woods is all the way up into the 5 spots, so he's made amends already, only 9 seconds off the lead. We'll see if he can sneak into a podium position here late. But this battle for the lead is just the one that seems like it's about to materialize into something good. We just have to wait for maybe a mistake out of Show out front.
Yeah, it seems like Show kind of just loses everywhere else, but somehow, I don't know how he discovered that inside line for the whoops, but he kind of gains on Vic right there, kind of hits everyone, and you see Vic kind of bouncing through him. So we'll see what the next run shows, if Vic kind of picks up on that line or if he just stays to what he's doing.
Yeah, we'll see if he goes around the bump or to the inside, goes around again and gets a good run into the whoops.
Oh, it looks like Show took it too.
Yeah,
and,
he changed
and
up
he
his
kind
line.
of got a little sketchy. I mean, gain time. Looks like whoop speed is his kind of the whoops are his strength right now. But yeah, we'll see. Good battle.
That extra speed coming in probably carries him a little bit better through the whoops as well, so that could be a difference maker. Woods is all the way up into third. He has moved around Wyatt Grant and Evan Holt, both who look like they may have either gone down or made a big mistake somewhere, because they're about 16 seconds off the lead between the two of them. Timmy Briscoe's up here, Caden Kepke, Barry Brands, Tom Quinault, all battling it out with Bodie Parker rounding out our top 10. So there's battles all throughout the field. We're just waiting patiently for this materialized battle out front, and here we go. Tyler Show gets the rhythm wrong, and Jackson Vick takes the race lead. 2:30 on the clock, and the battle is out front here in Houston. Let's see, Show back to the inside. No, well, he's going to go for the inside bump.
He's going to take that inside line. Let's see. Let's watch the whoops here.
Oh, he's getting sideways, but he does corral together, and Vic had to avoid a downed rider, so he doesn't get the triple right here. Oh, this is going to get good, Kalana.
What a race. Yeah. And I have a really good feeling that it's going to be like this all night in the 250 class. We could have 3 completely different races and 3 completely different results. But yeah, impressive from Cash Woods, honestly, getting up to that 3 spot, and is only 6 seconds down now. Last time I checked, they were 9.
But yeah, Vic jumping over a lapped rider, that was sketchy, especially with the lapper turning underneath of him, and now the lapper is getting in line to kind of race him, and so Jackson Vick is kind of off rhythm here. He's going to stabilize and triple out, but look at how close Tyler Show gets by triple singling in behind him, and here we go. 1.5 plus a lap on the clock, and Tyler Show goes back to the drawing board once again. He's going to cut low and use this single line. I don't know if it's better, Kalana. I feel like getting that drive into the whoops is critical, but look at that. Bouncing through the whoops, Jackson Vick, a big mistake, cases the triple. Tyler Show's launching out on the start straight beside him. Does he get the pass done? Not quite yet.
Wow. that whoop speed from Show. And honestly, the lapper hit the whoops better than both of them. But yeah, yeah, it looks like Show can kind of just like control the whoops a little bit more. Like maybe he doesn't come in as fast, but he gets to drive through the whole entire whoop section. As where Vic kind of towards the end, he starts skipping and bouncing, and you're in the air. That's where you lose your time. So yeah, we'll see how this battle materializes. But yeah, that inside rut is pretty gnarly for that rhythm section.
Yeah, I think that's why Jackson Vick has gone away from jumping over the table, because of that one rut right there getting so deep. It's kind of throwing him for a loop as he almost double whips off the bike right there. And now Tyler Show changes up his line to the outside around into the whoops. His whoop speed seems to be pretty good, but Jackson Vick gets it even better that time. Still 6/10 in it for the race lead out front. They're trying to lap Dan White on the number 180 Kawasaki, and he just refuses to move. He looks like he is trying to run some of these guys down. Wow, Jackson Vick has to go through this like a rhythm section or a whoop section through the rhythm section and just barely stays up there, Kalana.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive because it wasn't even that much slower. Oh, and Show does the quad.
Wow, different lines.
Yeah, different lines. Really risking it all. The clock's gonna run out. It's 2 seconds now, so yeah, it's running out. We're gonna go into the last lap into a big battle, and we'll see. Yeah, we'll see if the lap rider will get out of the way.
Yeah, Dan White not moving just yet as the white flag is in the air. Jackson Vick's off the track. Show's right there. Who gets the better run into the whoop? Show gets sideways entering, and Jackson Vick is a little bit cleaner, but Show's kind of cleaned it up by the end, and he's right there again. Remember, this is teammates. Oh, look at Show, triple double, launches out on the start straight. Does he go for it? No. Jackson Vick shuts the door. Does he have a passing opportunity still to have here, Kalana?
Yeah, it looks like he's doing that different rhythm option. But yeah, that triple out kind of looks a little bit faster, and yeah, not a lot of places to pass right after this section. You kind of use it all up. Oh, and then Dan White finally goes down.
Look at Show to the inside.
To the inside, does he dive bomb?
Oh, he tries to double across and doesn't get it, but it's not over yet. He's still got to get this rhythm section clean, does Jackson Vick. He gets on the table and off clean. Triple, single to the corner. Race 1 in Houston goes to Jackson Vick by a nose. It's Show in second, 1.8 down at the flag, and Cash Woods does get back to third in this one, but what a race we just saw for the win in this.
Yeah, that was really good racing. I mean, that's almost so close, 0.8. I mean, cuts could really even like make a factor in that. So yeah, crazy racing. The way that Show hit the whoops on the last lap when he was completely sideways coming in and somehow straightened it out and almost pretty much got a better drive than Vic did. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Big ups. Christopher, top 10. Oh,
maybe not.
He gets past.
Joey Carter and he are getting together, so he's going to get 9th. Joey Carter goes down, and does he hand a position over? He does. Tom Quinault on the
gives
start.
the top 10.
Yep, puts it P10 for the start.
I like Christopher's kit. It's a very it looks like the Prado kit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that orange and yellow gear with the blue number font, the blue Fox logo, very Prado-esque. And Stark looks pretty snazzy right there.
Yeah, I like the white there.
Do you like the white Stark or the like default like reddish magenta Stark?
I like the white.
The white, yeah.
Yeah, the white just looks so clean.
Yep.
I like the gray too. You don't really see a bike manufacturer making a gray bike, so I always like it.
Maybe they should lean into that. Make a gray one.
Yeah, they do make.
Well, I'm saying like that should be like their calling card.
Yeah,
like
I know. Yeah, I don't know. I think when I ride for the factory team in Europe, we always have to run red. It's like their race color.
But I don't know why. Like, there's so many red bikes. You should go with gray or white. I mean, obviously Nikki T makes white look pretty good. So,
yep. I mean, I can't disagree with you there, but yeah, above my pay grade.
Above my pay grade. Yeah, so you talked about Stark and racing them, but you also do the free ride stuff as well.
Yep.
What do you think of that bike from like a free ride standpoint?
Oh, it's the greatest bike ever for free riding. Yeah? Like, it's so nice. I mean, it is like obviously Patrick and Nick took whipping to a whole new level. But it's not. It's like people think like. I mean, yeah, you're gonna whip bigger on a Stark, but it's not like automatic cheat code. It's not like you put a cheat code in the GTA and you get like a bunch of money. But I mean, yeah, it's the funnest bike ever. Like, I've never met one person that's ridden the Stark and be like, oh, I hate that bike. Like, I would never ride it again. Like, they just always have the biggest smile on their face. And yeah, for free riding, it's awesome. Like, just like it's so, especially for me, like flipping. Like, I could get like a bad pull and get away with a lot of things on the Stark that I probably couldn't have with other bikes. So I mean, yeah.
Have you noticed with free riding, because obviously like here in California, there's areas that you're not really supposed to go, but like, is it kind of easier on the start to do some of that stuff too?
Yeah, I mean, just like riding in my backyard, like I've had other houses in the past where we get shut down because of noise.
Wow, yeah.
And like the Stark, I can literally just ride in my backyard. I've ridden like before where it's like I'll go ride in the morning before my dad wakes up, and like I'll be done. He's like, "Oh, what'd you do this morning?" I was like, "Oh yeah, I rode." like hasn't heard me or anything.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, definitely for that aspect too. It's really nice.
Very cool. Very cool.
Love it.
We got 2 breaking news pieces here real quick. First of which, Tyler Show did get the lawyer win on cuts. So Jackson Vick just off the track a few too many times. And also, speaking of breaking news, Alexis Leclerc is going to be in the races here tonight. The Race Factory crew went back and reviewed the demo, saw where he was at, saw the time differences and everything along those lines, and basically decreed that he was cheated out of an opportunity to try to even qualify for the race thanks to the actions of Hayden Stevenson. So they gave him 23rd gate pick. And
does that mean is he back row?
He will be back row, yes. But he at least gets the chance to get in. This has happened before where we see guys in a transfer or battling for a transfer and someone takes them out illegally, as we saw with Hayden Stevenson.
Yep.
And they do let those guys in because that's just not fair. He didn't get a chance to really show his worth and try to make it in.
Yeah, that was definitely a pretty crazy situation. I mean, I'd be pretty mad if that happened to me elsewhere. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't imagine it in a race format like this. But it is time to drop the gate. 450 class coming at you from Houston. 450 race 1, 10 minutes plus a lap. Here we go. On the 11, Luke Sullivan tries to pull out alongside Seth Shirley. They're going to go deep in together, but up the inside, is it Braden Carter? It is. Braden Carter, stats guy, hole shot, and he's got the 1 of Eagland, his teammate, right behind him, the 6 of Seth Carr. It's a District Designs 1, 2, 3, and it's also 1, 2, 3 in points out front. This could get good, Kalana.
Whoever owns District's got to be rubbing their hands right now, just like, yup.
Loving it.
Because, yeah, this is, literally the star Yamaha of MX Simulator. I mean, they got the 3 best guys in the game right now. And yeah, my boy Carter up to the lead. Little swap, but yeah, kind of straightens it out after. Oh, and it looks like Colby goes down
at the end of the whoops.
And some teeter-tottering. Yeah, looks like it's going to create some chaos.
Guys going every which direction, but that does allow Seth Carr up into the 2 spot, and this is the race pretty much we've all been waiting for. We almost got a glimpse of it a couple times this year at A1 in San Diego, but Braden Carter versus Seth Carr, the gritty 4-time champion, winningest rider in Supercross history in this game, versus the up-and-coming challenger, the young buck that has the raw speed and the red plate. Which one of these guys will end up on top? Well, it might not be either of them, because how about Seth Shirley trying to get in the mix? The 44 JIBR.co Kawasaki off to a good start here in Houston, and he's going with these guys early in this race.
Yeah, I mean, well, we'll see. It's definitely, I feel like in my personal opinion, it's the 2 best guys in Supercross right now, Seth Carr and Carter. And Carter goes down again.
Wow. No. The whoops eat him alive once more. It happened at Anaheim. It happens again here in Houston with the race lead this time, and he drops himself back to 6th place. Now it is Seth Carr's turn to lead the race, and is there going to be an answer for anybody behind him? We saw Shirley was right there, but as you know, Kalana, these first few weeks, if Carr gets the lead, it seems like that is the end of the race.
Yeah, it's kind of just seeming like Carr's just putting all the pieces together. I mean, obviously he was a 250 guy last year, right? Won the title, right?
Well, he won 250s the year before, moved up, and had a terrible 450 Supercross season, then won 450 outdoors, and it seems like the momentum's really flowing.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like outdoors he's really kind of figured it out, and yeah, it looks really strong. And yeah, we've seen this year kind of, I don't know if it's the track changes or not, but Carter's been making not very Braden Carter-like mistakes. Like normally his whoops is like the strong point. So yeah, definitely tough, but yeah. Seth Carr right now looks pretty picture perfect. And yeah, even Shirley. Like Shirley was the supposed to be the next up and coming champion in the 450 class. So we'll see. We will see.
He's trying to get up there and challenge Seth Carr, keep him honest at least, and make this race go the distance. We are still with 9 minutes on the clock. A lot of racing left to go. Ash Deering from the LCQ finds his way into 3rd early in this one. I've seen Carter dropping down the order. He's all the way back to 20th, so another few mistakes for the 2 have really cost him. He's now behind Alexis Leclerc, but Deering, Castellaneta, then Luke Sullivan just ahead of Payson Johnson. Johnson in the 6th spot had moved into the top 5. Then looks like he made a mistake. So a lot of guys dropping like flies early on, and it's creating some other battles we haven't seen much of this year. Luke Sullivan's had a bit of a lackluster season, 10th in points. Castellaneta has been nowhere to be found this year. Finally finds his way into a main event here in Houston and right into 4th place. So kind of good to see a couple faces that really need big weeks to work their way into the top 5 early in this one.
Yeah, I really thought after Solia's SMX championship in 24, I thought he was going to take a big step, and it just haven't really played the way he wanted to. So, yeah, good to see him out here. Yeah, Castellaneta, we haven't seen a lot of this season. And, yeah, looks like we have Seabolt ran the fastest lap of the race so far with the 56 or 50.5, sorry.
Yep.
And yeah, it looks like one of the most controversial rider, Spencer Turley, in the main event this week.
Yeah, and he's in 9th, actually, not too far behind this battle, which Castellaneta and Sully are going at it, and they're about to feel some heat because Payson Johnson is knocking on the door behind them. He's in the all white and blue behind them up the inside trying to get Sully. Not there just yet, but we know Payson Johnson's raw speed is on a different level. We saw it on display last week at Anaheim, and he doesn't have the fastest lap. Well, he does have the fastest lap now, I should say. 50.2 ran just last time by, and he is trying to get in the mix here in battle. We also have a change for the lead. Something happened to Seth Carr, and Seth Shirley now leads here in Houston. So we've gone back and forth with the Seths out front. We're going back and forth with some other guys back there as well. Payson Johnson and Luke Sullivan still going at it. Mistake for Castellaneta at the top of the berm. And Johnson got sideways at the bottom of the berm. So these guys are kind of struggling to find consistency. It seems like no one wants to hold their positions. It's solely going for a ride in the whoops, gets it corralled back together. This track is starting to eat some of these guys up a little bit. Yeah,
like I said, the 2026 tracks have been pretty, in my opinion, they've been pretty gnarly. Not a lot of like really mistake-friendly tracks. Kind of seems like every year they just keep getting gnarlier and gnarlier, but I think they took a big step forward this year.
How about Seth Shirley leading this thing, though? This is cool to see. We have not seen the normal Seth Shirley speed this year just yet, and this is our first glimpse of it. And we know Seth Carr has the raw speed to maybe close this gap down, but I don't know. Shirley's going to make him work for it, I think. This could be a race that Carr regrets not having gotten the dub in if Shirley's able to hold on.
Yeah, it looks like, this is kind of the normal Seth Shirley that we've been expecting. I don't know. It's been kind of a lackluster year this year to start it off. But yeah, the two battles of Seth, they were teammates, right? Before, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
I think they were teammates back in the day. Maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, looks like Shirley's kind of opening it up but Seth Carr did run a faster lap last lap, so we'll see. As Sully has the fastest lap of the race now.
Ooh, Carr just almost went down.
No.
Very, very lucky save for him, but he did almost go down. And I'm noticing, Kalana, in that rhythm section where he just got sideways, he's choosing to go for the quad over quad single line to the inside as opposed to on off and then quad into the corner. I don't think it's faster though.
No, I really don't think it is. And you see, Shirley's actually doing the triple on off quad, and it kind of looks maybe it might be like a tenth slower, but in the long run, it's really not worth it. That the four in or the over, whatever you want to call it. Looks to be like pretty sketchy. Like you could get legs on it pretty easy. You could mess up. So, yeah, we're seeing some mistakes out of Seth Carr, which is not very normal for him this season. He's kind of been really putting it all together. But yeah, it looks like he does go to the triple on off.
Yeah, maybe he heard us talking about it.
Yeah,
just realized it wasn't going to work in his favor. But he is still trying to close this gap down. Surely, absolutely, the bit between his teeth out front. 4:40 on the clock still to go. So we got some time for this thing to get figured out. How about Ash Deering keeping it close too? 7 seconds off the lead, dealing with the heat from Luke Sullivan. So Sully trying to get on the box here is disposed of Braden Castellaneta. Eyes forward onto the 29 of Ash Deering. And here we go. Running the whoops down the inside. Might get it. Not quite. But where else could he maybe size up a pass here, you think?
We'll see. I mean, really, it's like the whoops and these corners if they make any mistakes. But besides that, not a lot of room for passing. As we got, I'm just gonna start calling Ash Deering Phil because he really reminds me of Phil.
We didn't get much Phil Suzuki stuff either, though. So
it must just be the recency bias with the number 29 that he ran in Canada. But
down
dang.
over the bars. Well, that looked like Phil going over the bars on that triple in like 2007.
Yeah, took a trip to my home country of Indonesia. Was big. Did not get the bounce he wanted off that.
Oh man, that's a tough break for Deering, but a benefactor in that, of course, is Luke Sullivan. He moves into the final step of the podium, and we got a battle out front brewing. Seth Carr has caught Seth Shirley. I'm not sure if lap traffic helped this happen or not, but either way, it is on. 3.5 minutes plus a lap to go. And Seth Carr, we know the speed is there. How about passing into the race lead? Can he figure it out? He runs another fast lap. Last time by at a 51.2. His last lap time at a 49.8, I should say, which was a second and a half faster than Shirley out front. So there's the difference between what the leader's doing and what the man in second is doing. But Carr goes for the quad triple. Kind of even, but at least a little bit smoother on the way out.
Yeah,
I think it's going to come down to the whoops.
Yeah, he kind of makes more time up. Like, Shirley's like singling in that corner. So yeah, I mean the whoop speed from Carr looks really good as Shirley gets a little bit sideways coming out. And yeah, it's really starting to get close here. We'll see. Looks like Shirley's taking the inside line and Carr's taking that outside, so we'll really get to see the differences in what looks faster and not.
Whoa.
Ooh, kind of hits a little skim Dragon's back line.
Yeah, I don't think that was on purpose, but it actually kind of worked out to not lose too much time for him. And again, going the on-off quad to the outside, a little bit short right there, but corrals it together, and he is just firing now, trying to close the gap down on Shirley. Shirley certainly is going to feel the heat of this one, and here is that quad triple line. Let's see if it works to get to the inside. Shirley defends. Not just yet.
Yeah, it kind of just looks like Seth Carr just has overall more pace and is more comfortable. But yeah, I mean, good job to Seth for keeping defending.
Look
but
at Carr's whoop speed.
Look at that whoop speed towards the end, and that's really where he makes up most of his time. And we'll see if Shirley can respond.
Unbelievable pass into the race lead for Seth Carr. Blitzes by him in the whoops. And now Shirley's off rhythm here, and he's in a bad way right there. That's going to lose him even more time as Carr finally gets a little bit of breathing room to his favor. 1 second gap still, though. It could go either way in the closing stages of this. 1.5 minutes plus a lap still to go in this race. And we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. Can Shirley respond? Where does he find time, especially with Seth Carr still going for the quad triple right here? Shirley doing the alternate line. Doesn't seem like it's going to gain him time there. I think we're just going to have to wait for a mistake out of Carr if there's going to be anything that could take him down in this one.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, but for Seth Shirley, it's not really too big of a thing, right? We still got 2 main events, and if he can just ride it in for a second, and Seth Carr has one bad race, it could put him right back to the overall win. So yeah, I mean, incredible ride from Seth Carr. It's kind of just looked like he's just had the pace and kind of just the consistency this season, which everyone else hasn't. So yeah, really good ride as he runs the fastest lap time of the race as a 49.4.
Yeah,
unbelievable. And Shirley's running a 51.2. So yeah, a little bit. Carr just has more pace as he gets a little bit sketchy right there.
Bouncing awkwardly through this rhythm section. Fortunate not to have a legs with a couple cases in there, but it is going to be 2 to go this time by. We are under 30 seconds on the clock, so Carr's just got to survive. A little bit of lap traffic drama up ahead of him. That might be his kryptonite as some of them are getting out of the way.
And right there, you really just see the control of Seth Carr in the whoops. He's able to pivot in times that he needs to, and he just really hits the perfect spot in the whoops. You know, hits the tops barely, and just kind of just glides through him. It's pretty incredible. But yeah, right there you can really see like how much control and how comfortable he is.
Yeah,
right now.
Almost like going through just a regular straightaway for him, going through the whoops, which is certainly not something that I could say feels comfortable to me. But for him, he's able to change direction, get out of the way of those lappers in his way, and makes it look easy. So he's back in control. Lap traffic still in play just a little bit here, but white flag coming out this time by, and Shirley looks like he is about conceded it. By the way, Braden Castellaneta got back into 3rd place in this race. He got back around Luke Sullivan. Ben Nerona is rounding out our top 5 right now, so a great ride for Ben in this one on the 16. Deering, Lang, Eaglin, Padani, and Hubbard are top 10 as Carter has slipped back to 12th, and this is a bad race for him. Not going to go the way that he hoped after leading, hole-shotting this race, leading early on, and then falling way down the order. He is going to be left frustrated. And also, a little bit underrated part of this is he's putting a bad score on his scorecard for the night. It's going to be tough to bring it down and end up still in a good position by the end of the night when you have a 12 hanging on your scorecard. But this man right here is the man that will lead us to the checkered flag once again. It was not a win last week in Anaheim, and it's not a win just yet, but it is race 1 win for Seth Carr here tonight in Houston. He gets the job done in race 1. Seth Shirley second over the line, and Sully got back into a podium spot, but Nerona is right there behind him. He's trying to go quad triple. Does he go for the inside in this corner? He's just going to rip the berm. It's going to be close, but it is Sully by a nose over the line. Nerona. Oh, I thought that was Nerona. That was, who was it? That was Carter. It was Carter behind him on the 2, running a ridiculous 48.6.
Looks like he was getting lapped. Dang, they lapped all the way up to...
Wow, he was 11th and he was a lap down. Wait, who was that behind him? I'm very confused, but Carter does cross the line in 10th place. There's Seabolt. There's Carter in 11th. Who was that?
It looked like one of the district guys for sure.
Oh,
Maybe it was
Tharp.
Braden Tharp. Yeah,
Tharp,
he was behind, even in the early stages of the races, he was behind Seth Carr, and Seth Shirley kind of just plugging away behind him. But yeah, that was
Inspired ride a little bit for sure, just to try to run that lap late. It doesn't go in his favor, but yeah, 48.6 out of Braden Carter, pretty much just riding mad, I think, at this point. It does get 10th on penalties, actually, after all is said and done. He leapfrogs Seabolt into P10, but Seth Carr gets the job done in race 1. Shirley, Sullivan, Nerona, and Deering, the top 5 from this one. I don't know. What can these guys do to stop Seth Carr? Even when he doesn't start in front of him, he still finds a way to win these races.
Yeah, I mean, really, it's kind of just hoping he gets a bad start and then hoping you have a good race, because, I mean, like you see, he wasn't in the lead, but he's so much more put together than everyone else. He's kind of reminding me of like a Jet Lawrence. Like, he kind of seems like he can just pick it up when he wants to, and yeah, looking really smooth and kind of just in control. Almost looks like he's just riding a different game than anyone else.
Yeah, it really does. It really does. He's very good at being quick that way and finding a way to get the job done. We'll jump back in studio here for just a minute with Kellen Brower, Kalana Humphrey, hang out with you guys while we get ready for 250 Race 2. Great to see all the people that have tuned in tonight. We've had consistently almost 600 people watching live, which is great for round 4. Sometimes we see that drop off a little bit later in the season, but people are tuned in and ready to watch some racing, so thanks to all of them. And yeah, thanks to you as well for coming in studio.
Yeah.
Hopefully you've been enjoying the racing so far.
No, it's been good racing. I really didn't know it was a Triple Crown until we got here, but it's actually been pretty enjoyable. But yeah, thank you so much for having me. This is like setup. You got the live timing next to me too. I didn't even know that was a thing in Sim. So yeah, it's been good.
Yeah, shout out Jacob Hubbard, the MXS Battlegrounds crew, for all the hard work they do. They made it possible for the graphics that you guys see on screen as well, for the overlays where you guys can see the positions as they are live on screen. And then also shout out to our stats guy, Lane Burks, who's been throwing in some cool stats on the screen as well. Whole shots, fast laps of the race, leaders last lap time, and main event wins all going up on screen for us. So thanks to them as well. Going into race 2 now for the 250s and 450s. As you mentioned in the 250 class, there's a chance we see a completely different race 2 here. What do these guys got to do to find any consistency?
Yeah, it's tough because I feel like the state of the 250 class and the 450 class are like, I feel like they're completely different. Obviously, Cash Woods got 3rd, so like he's a championship leader, so he looks like the most put together guy even after a bad start. But yeah, I mean it's tough. Like they've been making these tracks so hard, and like, especially on the 250, it's just difficult to kind of get consistent laps, just with like how much you have to shift and how much the bike reacts more. Like it's like, even I rode a 250 for the first time the other day in a couple of months, and like you just like how much more you endo, like the way the bike like it handles. It's crazy how much it handles differently too.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really just, first it's just getting a good start, and then yeah, second of all, just kind of just putting the race together and not making so many mistakes.
Yep. Limit those mistakes, like you said. Get off the gate. It's our keys to the race tonight. Get off the gate and limit the mistakes if you can, which is easier said than done in one of the toughest video games literally on the planet. I don't think I've played a game that has a larger learning curve than MX Simulator. It is difficult.
If you can, if you play more than 10 hours in Sim, like just even like be able to do a lap without crashing, you've put in some hours.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, it is time for race 2 here in Houston. Let's see where the start comes from this time. It was about middle on the inside that we saw the whole shot in race 1, but it's time for race 2. Let's drop the gate once again here in Houston. Pretty good launch from the Cowie up the inside of Briscoe, but it's coming from the middle again. Is that one of the Dr. Do bikes? It was. Who got there first? Does it lead out? It is Joey Carter with the Stats Guy hole shot. And your Stark friend, the Tom Quinault on the 41 to the outside, goes to the race lead by tripling over, and it's Quinault out front on the Stark.
Yeah, and like we were saying, I don't really see Shoei or Vic in the top 3 right now. It looks like Vic's in the top 5, but yeah, completely different start. We didn't really see much of Joey Carter up front. Schiabro in 4th, Holt in 3rd. From the getting a gate pick from the LCQ is actually kind of crazy, and yeah, Wyatt Grant in 11th. So and I don't really know where Cashwood is. So
yeah, he's 15th right now is Cashwood. So down the order, but yeah, it's definitely a mixed bag right now. Basically, Jackson Vick, the only guy up here that we saw in race 1, and he's in 5th place. But Quinault leads the field through, making the Stark look good. I mean, when we have Kalana Humphrey in studio, a Stark has to get out front and lead this race. The only difference is he should be wearing a Red Bull helmet to support people that support you, but he's still making the Stark look pretty good out front.
He's making the Stark look good. I think he's Tom Quinault's French.
Yes.
So, yeah. Obviously, they allow Starks to race in France, so maybe that's where he got the motivation from. Yeah, making the Stark Varg look good out front. Opening up a lead too, 52.3, fastest lap of the race. Well, I guess it's the first lap of the race, but yeah,
still the fastest.
Yeah, still the fastest.
He's out front. He's got the gap. That's working in his favor. But
looks like Joey Carter's coming in a hole out of the LCQ, so he's been out front from an LCQ gate pick. So pretty impressive to see. And yeah, like you were saying earlier, some guys are just better at racing, and yeah, looks like Holtzy's one of them.
Yep, Holtzy definitely got that race skill down a little bit, and a mistake out of Quinault lets Joey Carter go to the race lead. Quinault was casing the rhythm section off the inside of the track, and he gets passed as well by Evan Holt, so he goes from 1st to 3rd just like that. But still good little fight up here, 3 riders together. Quinault actually maybe thinking about getting back here on Evan Holt. Backs out of the challenge. Holtzy settles in for that 2 spot, but it's not over yet. Less than a second between our 3 leaders as Carter now takes control of the race lead.
Really good. Ooh, looks like Carter gets a kick and somehow saves it. Not really sure how he did that. And yeah, looks like a little bit of a mistake in the whoops and cases the triple as Quinault slingshots through the outside. That's what you like to see. That's what you like to see. Oh,
my
and
goodness.
He hits a quick handy dip. Unintentional, of course. And yeah, Holtzy, good racing we're seeing though from these riders. And, yeah, it looks like Vic up to the 4th spot. Dylan Dallaire in the 5th. But yeah, this battle is brewing up pretty good.
Yeah, Quinault just does not want to let Evan Holt go. And them battling each other is, I think, allowing that gap to be established for Joey Carter out front. 1.5 seconds now it is opened up to. So if Holtzy can get maybe a tiny bit of breathing room, we'll see if he keeps that gap closer. As still on his heels is Quinault, as you mentioned. Jackson Vick moves up to the 4th spot. And these guys hopping through the whoops like Joey Carter down at the end of the whoops, and Evan Holt takes the race lead just like that. Those whoops have been killing people, Kalana, and it gets the leader again. Yeah, I mean, they look big. I haven't played the track yet, but just I mean, looking at them, they're causing a lot of problems, and yeah, they look big. They might want to, I don't know where Show is, but looks like he's in 12th, but they might want to invest on his inside line because it was really working last race. But yeah, Holtzy back to the lead and didn't even win the LCQ, which is crazy, and now he's leading the main event. Yeah, so Holtzy out front from the LCQ is a fantastic turnaround for him. Quinault still trying to figure it out after a couple mistakes, is still holding on to 2nd, but Jackson Vick is sitting in a great position. So if you miss it at the end of race 1, he did cross the finish line first in 250 race 1, but thanks to a system put in place by the game's creator, which we usually call cuts, some people call it penalties. Basically what he got was a lawyer win given up to Tyler Show, who finished second behind him because Jackson Vick spent too much time off the track, gaining an advantage, and the penalties were applied post-race to give Show the win. So Jackson Vick sitting on a 2 rolling into the second race here, but now on a 2-3 with his current positioning and actually working on Quinault trying to get into second place. 2-3, though, great scores in a Triple Crown format, setting himself up very, very well here tonight.
Yeah, looking really good, and Holtzy kind of putting in a gap with everyone else, kind of trying to break away from the lead. But yeah, it looks like Jackson Vick is looking really good, and yeah, kind of the early races is when he looks the best, and yeah, I think this Triple Crown format suits him really well, as we see Quinault kind of skipping the whoops, hopping his way through, and it looks like they're kind of catching back up to
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, they've got the gap.
Quinault just made a big mistake coming out of that corner. His like front end tucked, and then he almost saved it, and then got hung up on the UFO bail on the inside. So that's going to cost him some time. Holtzy does get a little bit more of an advantage from that as Jackson Vick moves to second. Quinault third. Joey Carter picks it up in fourth. And Barry Brands, another LCQ guy inside the top 5. It must be the extra track time really helping these guys out. First we've seen of Squidbro tonight. Jeremy Schiabro, after winning his first career main event last week in Anaheim, runs 6th. Cash Woods is all the way up to 9th behind Tyler Show. So, man, these scores are going to be kind of all over the place through 2 races.
Yeah, Cash Wood, as he runs the fastest lap of the race, a 50.8. Looks like he made another mistake, and as Schiabro makes another mistake too.
There he is.
But yeah, he was up to 7th last time I checked, so must have had another mistake, and yeah, it looks like him and Show are battling. But yeah, Jackson Vick kind of looks like the best guy out here right now between the 2 main events, but Holtzy does stretch out the lead to 3 seconds, so it must have been another mistake from Vic. But yeah, it could be worse for your championship leader. It could be like, outside the top 10. So, he still has 3 minutes as he makes a little mistake. Commentary curse. But yeah, it looks like him and Show are battling. I was not going to say the positions as Joey Carter makes a mistake.
Yeah, Joey Carter and Caden Kepke both actually made mistakes and lost ground. So this actually promotes Show and Woods up to 5th and 6th respectively. So they're making good runs through the field, and they're trying to limit the damage. If Jackson Vick's able to get second or even win this race, they want the lowest scores they can possibly muster. And these 250 races go quick, man. 10 minutes plus a lap, and we're already down to the final 3 minutes of it before we get that white flag waving in the air. Cashwood still has some work to do. Tyler Show's trying to get up there. And Jackson Vick still just trying as much as he can to close the gap down to Evan Holt. But he's under attack again as Quinault is back on it right behind him again. And Quinault looks like he's maybe picked up the pace a little bit. Not sure what's different, but the 41 machine is definitely on one right now.
Yeah, my boy on the Stark, Quinault, is looking pretty spicy right now. And yeah, we're getting later in the race, and as we saw in Anaheim, Vic kind of starts to struggle. So maybe as Vic makes a mistake in the whoops, it looks like he will be okay though, because there is a big gap from him and Dallaire, as Dallaire runs the fastest lap of the race with a 50.6. And yeah, it kind of looks like whoever really doesn't make the mistakes, as you can see, Vic has looked really fast all night, but yeah, those little mistakes start to add up, and even though he didn't have a really big mistake last race, he was making those little mistakes to go off the track, and that leads to you missing some timing gates. And yeah,
yep, yeah, and those penalties stack up when you miss those timing gates too. So it can be tricky, especially when you're just trying to push the pace, and even a little bit off the track can hurt you a lot. Quinault able to get by, as you mentioned, though. Evan Holt still leads this race. 1:30 left on the clock, and he is on his way to try to win race 2 here tonight in Houston. Lap traffic down in the whoop, so he's going to scoot by them. Oh, Quinault getting sideways, but saves it. Loses a little bit of time and momentum, so Jackson Vick is going to be right there once again. And this battle's still brewing. It feels like at any point they might actually close up more on Holtzy with the way they're battling each other, because it's now down to about 2.5 seconds up to Evan Holt. And this could get good for the race lead before this one is done. Under a minute plus a lap to go. Anyone's race here in race 2. Could it be Holtzy? Could it be Quinault? Could it be Jackson Vick? We're going to find out in the next 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's going to get good. It seems like Holtzy doesn't have the fastest pace, but he looks really, really solid compared to the other guys. It looks like Quinault and even Vic have better pace. But looks like they're just making more mistakes, and yeah, that's kind of the name of the game tonight.
Yeah, just try to limit the damage, as you mentioned, and these guys doing a very good job of it here in race 2. I mean, Tyler Show, how about this? Up to 4th, Cash Woods inside of the top 5, and Evan Holt still leads, but now it's down under 2 seconds. It looks like Quinault has really reeled this thing back in just a little bit here late. Does he have a late race charge to try to steal the win away in him? Oh, Holtzy a little short right there, is not going to get the preferred triple line, and he's way off rhythm right now. He still goes for the quad, but Quinault is going to be right there on him as the white flag is coming out this time by Holtzy short. Quinault jumps by into the race lead, and the Frenchman's out front here coming to the white flag in Houston.
Yeah, big ups for Quinault, but we see that slap rider. It doesn't look like he's favoring the leaders too much, not really too scared, so that could play a pretty big role into this. And yeah, we get some dualies going, and yeah, Quinault to the lead on the last lap, but this is the section that scares everybody. Ooh, and little boner air from Quinault, and it looks like Holtzy's right there. We'll see who gets the better drive.
Let's see, Holtzy goes for the rolls up the inside to take the race lead, and he gets it with a block pass and gets back to the line to cut off Quinault as he cuts across the track. Does Quinault go for it?
Quinault goes for the inside
and takes him high.
Takes him to the Davalos bales.
Neither of them get the preferred line through here, but Quinault maybe gets it slightly better as Holtzy's way off rhythm. And Quinault, with the pass back of a century down the inside, might take this thing to the flag. He's got one rhythm section left to go, and he's going to get through it cleanly by the looks of it. Wouldn't you know it, with Kalana Humphrey in studio. Stark is going to the top here in MX Simulator. Race 2 goes to Tom Quinault with a really, really nice move.
Let's go. Yeah, really good race by Quinault. Stayed there till the end. It looks like Vic made a mistake, and it looks like...
Yeah, Show gets the 3rd, Woods 4th, Carter 5th, and then it's Vic all the way back in 6th.
What?
By the looks of it. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
We crossed the line in 4th, but it's showing 6th, so I think those penalties may have already affected in timing and scoring, but that is insane. What a win by Tom Quinault, though. Can't say enough about how awesome that move was.
Yeah, that was really good racing. That was good. It was fair. It was clean too. I don't know how. Sometimes, you know, sim kind of glitches and kind of throws you off when you get too close. Especially Quinault being from France. So, yeah, nice to see how that didn't affect anything. And yeah, I mean, even Holtzy's move sliding in like that was was really impressive. So. It was good, but yeah, big shout out to Quinault winning on the Stark Vard.
Yeah. Hey, shout out Special Media on Twitch, rating with 17 people watching. So thank you so much for bringing all these fans over to watch some MX Simulator Pro Supercross. If you just got here, you missed a doozy of a 250 race 2, so maybe rewind just a smidge and go watch that one again because it was good, and it rolls us right into 450 race 2. Well, Seth Carr was somewhat unbeatable in 450 race 1 after Braden Carter crashed away the lead, but a bad start could change the tides here quickly. And we saw last week Seth Carr did not get a great start at A2. That hurt him. He still got back to a great position at the end of the race, but a bad start in this one could absolutely kill the vibe.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. It's really hard to bet off Seth Carr right now. I mean, even if he does get a bad start, like, I have a very good feeling he's going to be inside that top 5, if not top 3. So yeah, we'll see if any of the boys, Carter or yeah, really anyone, Shirley, Matherly, T-Lang, Leclerc, if anyone can really kind of put a throne to it, but it's gonna take some luck on their side, I feel like, for them not to have Seth Carr.
Well, speaking of luck, the other side is Braden Carter has had none of it, really, it seems like, here tonight or in the past few weeks of racing. So he needs his luck to turn around. It happens with another good start like we saw in race 1, but the crashes have been miserable for the 4-time champion. And even Eagland, our defending champion, really not feeling the flow of things here lately. So if they're going to knock Carr off, they got to find the consistency a little bit better than what we've seen and not run into the bad luck. All right, it is just about time to go racing here for 450 race number 2. We did a little bit of like a lit kit in the LCQ. Should we run through real quick and see if we got lit kits in 450s here tonight?
That looks
See
good.
what we got. We got Arnbrister stuff. We got the Alpine Stars. You love Deering with the Phil look-alike. There's Braden Carter's Alpine Stars stuff. Castellaneta TLD. Arona A-Stars. Matherly with some Fox stuff. We got Carr. Fly stuff on Leclerc. Alpine Stars. Everyone's either Alpine Stars or that's pretty much it. Just Alpine Stars all the way through the field.
Yeah, a lot of Alpine Stars.
Let's see what else we got. More A stars, A stars, A stars, A stars.
Wow.
A stars. It's everywhere, dude.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to pick.
There's no one industries out there, so there is no.
No, yeah, I can't really pick any. But no, seriously, if I had to pick, kind of like Sully's kit, the red.
Yeah, with the green, it looks pretty good.
Yeah,
too.
it looks pretty good. Did Spencer Turley delete a skin?
We had to delete it because he is not changing his number, which is a new rule. So he keeps running 125 on his skin, even though he needs to change to his new number. We're off and running 450 race 2 here in Houston. And I think that might be Turley who got to the corner first. He doesn't control it on the way out. It's Seth Shirley this time with the stats guy hole shot as he gets up the inside and takes the early lead. Seth Carr's right there with him, but Shirley jumps back by into the lead. And 1-2 in race 1 are 1-2 again in opposite order. Now can Shirley survive the attack this time? Carr goes for the quad triple up the inside to try to get the race lead. Doesn't get it just yet. Shirley leads lap 1.
Yeah, kind of a carbon copy. We see these two up front, and yeah, if I was any other competition, I would not be too stoked right now because yeah, I would arguably the two fastest guys are up front. So yeah, it's gonna be a good race, good battle between these two.
Yeah, hopefully we see Shirley bring a little bit more mustard to the table all the way through this race and give Carr something to run for his money with. As Deering is up here against Sullivan, pretty much all the familiar faces from race 1. Hubbard, Eaglin, better starts this time around, and another terrible start for Carter. He's 12th as Seth Carr is going to start going to work on Seth Shirley for this race lead. They're already pulling about a 2.5 second gap on Deering behind them. And these two are just kind of on a different level here tonight. I don't know what it is about this racetrack, but definitely Seth Shirley has come to play as much as Seth Carr has. And it's good to see this form out of the 44 Kawasaki ride when really we haven't seen much of it this year. Is it just, I don't know, maybe a good start gives you the vibes or something, but Shirley looks like he's a whole different guy here tonight.
Yeah, and he started to pick up on that line that Show was doing in the 250 class and honestly got a really good run through the whoops, looked nice and stable. But yeah, but really can't do much when you have yeah, Seth Carr behind you looking really, really good.
Yep.
And yeah, hits that line really fast. He almost makes it look faster. That double out doesn't do that much, makes it slow it down a little bit, but it looks like yeah, really to the back of Seth Shirley.
Yeah, this is going to be a fantastic race as Shirley leads Carr. He jumps off the track a little bit right there, and I saw Jackson Vick come and chat after the race, and he was saying, where are these cuts on the track? I think it might be literally that right there, jumping off the track on that triple single because you just missed the tough blocks, and then you gain a little bit of time by kind of low lining the single back on the start straight. So
yeah, definitely some sneaky cuts.
Yeah.
As we see Shirley and Carr, yeah, just has a little bit better drive at the end. But yeah, Shirley making that inside work.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw big mistake from Carr. But yeah,
too,
wouldn't be surprised if I saw more people do that inside before the whoops.
Yeah, I mean, now that Carr's seen it a couple times, I wonder if he'll consider going to it or if he's just maybe stuck in his ways. He saw that in race 1 doing that line consistently worked for him. But Shirley is just putting the work in out front, man. This is great to see. The lap times are solid, at least matching Carr so far, only about 0.3 off of what Carr put down for the fastest lap of the race last time by. And Shirley stuck to the 3.31 through here. Does not want to go for the quad triple as much as Carr keeps hitting it, but he's getting so high in the air. So it doesn't really make a difference. It seems like they're just kind of yo-yoing, doing the exact same thing. And this time Shirley goes around the single. So they're just playing cat and mouse a little bit here. They're just maybe showing each other their hands here early and seeing which one of them wants to roll the dice and do something different.
Yeah, I mean, that last run, Shirley did go on the outside, and she looked really good through whoops, hit them all, and yeah, Carr kind of bounced through them. So, yeah, kind of a little bit of a yo-yo effect going on here. Looks like Seth has stretched it out a little bit ever since Carr made that mistake. So we'll see. I mean, I don't even know if that quad that Carr is doing is even that much faster. It might just be more of a more of a flow thing and kind of give you more confidence around the whole track. Because you do stay a lot lower, but it does set you up a little bit worse when you single into the berm. But you do go ridiculously high on that triple going off from a big to small.
Yeah, and even the quad is tricky to get because you're downsiding off of a step on, step off. It's not like you have a lot of momentum, so you have to seat the 4 and really get a lot of mustard on that to even get all the way over the quad. So it's a bit risky. I'm interested to see if he'll change it up as the race goes on.
We have Spencer Turley running the fastest lap of the race right now.
All right, so Spencer Turley, P11, holding it down for my dudes in the chat. and fast lap of the race. By the way, Carter and Leclerc have come through the field nicely together. They are 6th and 7th together, and 7 seconds off the lead, running pretty good lap times. So we'll see if they're able to get even closer to this lead battle sooner rather than later. As Carr makes a mistake, that might be the breathing room that Seth Shirley needed right there. Finally gets away just a little bit as T-Lang actually runs a new fast lap of the race. But yeah, go back to this battle right here. You see Deering battling it out with Xander Brion. This is a battle for third. Hubbard's in it as well. Then Leclerc and Carter over the finish line. So this is third through 8th basically on your screen together, and what a fight this is going through the whoops.
Yeah, as Hubbard runs it in. Oh, and Brion makes a mistake.
Look at Leclerc.
Are we four wide through this? That's
almost
insane. We're 3 wide coming into the corner.
Carter tried to nose in, pumps his old buddy Hubbard out of the way. Leclerc scrubs to get back by. Carter gets through all 4 of them and passes Leclerc in the process to get to 3rd place. I don't know how he did not go down right there.
And he skims the rhythm section. Wow, that is insane. But what a pass from Carter. And does Carter still own Phil's?
Yeah.
He's still the owner. So it's a Denny Hamlin situation. Denny Hamlin? Yeah. He owns a team, but also races for another one. So.
Exactly. Yep. Very good call out right there to all the NASCAR fans there. As Seth Carr getting real sideways in the whoops up here, loses some time, and now another big mistake. So that gap's going to open up for Seth Shirley as Braden Carter lays down his personal best at a 50.5. It was still slower than the 2 leaders though, which is insane how fast Carter's ripping. I wonder with some clean air if he'll be able to eat into this gap just a little bit.
Definitely that 4 wide battle probably cost him some time. That's pretty crazy.
Good point. So I wonder maybe we'll go down to the 49s this time by.
Oh, he goes for the 5.
Yeah, where are we going here, Braden? I don't know what lines he's trying to take on this track.
Whoever set a suspension up, W, because that really just proved everything. I'm not sure it was like Ross or Yosh from Enzo went on the game and messed with the settings, but wow, I've never seen someone eat a case like that. Besides my buddy Caleb Cawthon, he eats some pretty big cases, but that was I've never seen someone try to 5 something and ride out of it.
Especially with so much speed carrying through that section. You're hitting that face of that landing so hard, and just not legsing is crazy right there. But we'll see if he goes for it again. What is the lines difference here? So Shirley's still going for on-off quad. Carr is doing the same. So why is Carter doing something different here? Oh, it's because he's Braden Carter. He just wants to be different. He's going to go over.
I don't like it. I don't like that line. It's not good.
Yeah, and then you double here, which I think is even slower than triple single. But I don't know, man. He's a 4-time champ for a reason. He's got something up his sleeve. And we'll see if it's going to cook or not. He is gaining time. 6 seconds off the lead now. 49.7 for Seth Carr. New fast lap of the race. 50.3 out of Braden Carter. So he actually did not gain any time to Seth Carr. Carr actually is gaining time on Seth Shirley again. And it's coming down quickly. 4.5 minutes left in this race. And Carr back on his horse once again, trying to close the gap down for the race lead.
Yeah. Carr just looks like now he knows this is the time to pick up the pace. The E-Road is starting to get ridden in. There's starting to be more lines in the berms and stuff, and this is when he really can start giving it really everything. When you're pushing, this is when the track can be at its best. I think he just over-jumped.
He almost quadded, yeah. If you're Shirley here and you saw how Carter was able to dissect you in the first race and eventually pass you for the win, what do you try to do different this time?
Not much. Maybe brake check him or something. I don't know.
Tactics?
Yeah, you'd have to do some tactics. Not really much you can do. As Carr does make another mistake, but Shirley makes another mistake too. And we have some lap traffic up ahead, so it could really get really interesting. Yeah,
the lap traffic, not going to be too much of it. Shirley's going to have to deal with about 3 guys separated by 3 sections up the road, but if he can get through them clean, he might be smooth sailing all the way to the checkered flag. Still Carter in the 3 spot. Deering back into 4th after Leclerc went down. So Deering having a great night here tonight. A couple top 5 scores, might even be in for a shot to get on the podium here before long. Luke Sullivan also having a great night as well. He's trying to mix it up with Deering. This is going to be a good points night for him. Trying to claw back up into the top 10 a little bit more. As down was Carter. Carter was down to the outside. Deering landed on him, and this creates a whole bunch of chaos as Cooper Hunt is in the mix on the 46. He goes around Deering, and through goes Sullivan into 3rd place as well after all of that. Wow, Braden Carter, just when we thought he had kind of dialed it up a little bit, makes a big mistake, and he's got to try to get back in the podium position.
Yeah, this is kind of just what we've been seeing from Braden Carter this year. as soon as you think he has something coming up, he makes a mistake, and yeah, he drops back, and yeah, that moves Sully up to the P3 position. And yeah, I feel like we've been seeing better pace from Sully this this round. Obviously he was a 2024 SMX champ, and I thought I had big expectations for him in 2025, even this season. And he hasn't really quite met them, but no, he looks like he's getting better, and yeah, some guys just start slow to the season and work their way up at the end.
Yeah, Sully definitely starting to get the ball rolling. Is going to be cool to see if he also mixes it up for some race wins here soon, because we know he's been fast enough to do that in the past. Deering there is Cooper Hunt. Looks like he just went down in this rhythm section and hands it over to Eaglin. Then Gebhardt goes by. Tharp coming behind him. So District 6, 7, 8, 9 through here. And 2, 3 up the track as well. They are just literally everywhere. But Turley's trying to break up the district pack. What's up, my dudes? He's going after the 9 of Tharp into the whoop-de-doos. Here we go to the outside. Oh, Tharp's whoop speed. What even is that, dude? He wasn't even touching the whoops. He's going so fast through them things. Insane. And Johnny Padani back here as well. Good fights all the way through the field. This is the stuff that you really don't see very much because there's such good stuff going on out front. And speaking of out front, it's getting tight again for some reason. Shirley has lost ground to Carr, who in turn has lost ground to Carter. So our 3 leaders are pretty much nose to tail with a minute on the clock. And this could be interesting to see how this shapes up in the closing stages. Shirley's got to try to lock this thing down with about 2 laps to go.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how Carter caught up to them. They must have maybe had a joint crash or made a mistake at the same time, or Carter's just been running faster lap times. But yeah, it's interesting because Carter, not too long ago, we saw him went down. So looks like he's picking it back up. We'll see if he can keep it mistake free. And it looks like Shirley's kind of just maintaining his lead.
Yeah, it looks like for an update from chat from our stats guy.
Oh, no!
Shirley's down with the race lead. The update was that Shirley had gone down when we went to him a moment ago and just got it going before we got to him. But sadly, he's down again, and another opportunity lost to Seth Shirley as Seth Carr takes full advantage of it yet again. 2 laps to go this time by, and barring a late disaster here, Carr might be on for 2 for 2 to start here tonight in the 450 class. Insane.
Yeah, pretty crazy from Carr. I'm surprised we really haven't seen anyone go down from that all night until Seth Shirley went down, and I thought you would have seen it quicker because we've seen some close calls, and really once you get into the tough blocks, it's really hard to predict what you're gonna do. You kind of just have to hang on and hope for the best as we see 2 riders go down.
Oh yeah, lappers here, gotta be careful. Oh, that was his teammate Siebold. I don't even know if Siebold knew he was coming, but the blue flag will be out for Cade Matherly, just up the road by the looks of it.
Ooh, and Carr almost comes up short for that, but yeah, kind of solid rides from Carr, and yeah, puts himself in a good position for the rest of the night, and yeah, I mean a 1-1 can really kind of have some buffers there for a good result overall.
Yeah.
So yeah, really good, just kind of very championship-like rides so far from Seth Carr this season.
Yeah, and speaking of buffer, with Shirley now behind Carter, that's another point that will be in the favor of Seth Carr as the lappers are just causing havoc. Can't believe he just narrowly avoided Jacob Arnbrister right there, but it is going to be 2 for 2 to start the night for Seth Carr. Doesn't get much better than this after winning the first 2 races of the year, having to come all the way through the field at A2. He started off firing here in Houston, and he is on his way to maybe a perfect night here in Houston. 2 for 2 to start it off with 1 race still to go. Seth Carr on top in race 2. It's Carter second. Shirley ends up in third. Eaglin gets all the way back to the 4th spot, and Gebhardt, an inspired ride for the 103 machine, rounds out your top 5. Deering, Tharp, Hunt, Padani, and Leclerc will be our top 10 from race 2. 15 seconds separated the top 10 at the flag. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty cool. It looks like Carter kind of found some pace at the end. So we will see if he can kind of just put it all together. It's never really been a question about pace for Carter or his riding ability, but this season it's just mostly just been like if he can not make mistakes. And I feel like that's where Seth Carr has really just pulled away. He's just really like not mistake free and comes in clutch when he needs to.
Yeah, Seth Carr is a whole different version of himself this year. The speed is clearly there, and the consistency is one-upped or two-upped even from what we saw last year. Just much better, much more polished, and these guys have got to figure out a way to stop the bleeding. Who knows? Maybe race 3 is where it happens. So 2 races in the books. 1 race still to go in each class. We're going to send it to 250 race 3 here in just a minute. But before we do, we're going to send you guys to a really quick commercial break. We'll be back on the other side of this with more Underground RC Supercross on Start Your System.
Have you been to the area's premier radio-controlled hobby shop and raceway? Underground Raceway and Hobbies in Great Northern Mall has 2 indoor tracks for racing at every experience level. Don't have your own car? No problem. You can rent one from us. When you're ready to get your own, we've got an on-site hobby shop with everything you need, including all the popular brands. Underground Raceway and Hobbies has kits for land, sea, and air. Cars, boats, planes, you name it. Come see us next to Dick's in the Great Northern Mall in Clay.
Welcome back, everyone, in studio here for round number 6, or round number 4, I should say, of the Underground RC Supercross Championship here in MX Simulator. Kellen Brower joined by Kalana Humphrey. 2 races of 3 in both classes done to start off our night, and the 250 class seems a little bit more open than the 450 class. Do we have a favorite rolling into race 3 for 250s?
I don't know. It's gonna be tough. I don't think my boy Tom Quinot will win because he got 10th in the first moto, but it kind of seems like it's Jackson Vic's race to lose right now. We'll see what. Well, no, actually no. He got 6th. He ended up getting 6th, right? So who's
Tyler Show was I think he went 1-5 so far.
He got 3rd. He got 3rd in the. He made it all the way back up.
He did make it all the way to 3rd.
Yeah,
so 1-3.
Yeah. So Tyler Show looks pretty good. Holtzy from the LCQ looks good. And yeah, everyone else I haven't really seen, like Dylan Delaire we saw a little bit of, Schiabro we haven't seen much of. We haven't seen a lot from Schaefer. Is he racing, right? Schaefer's in this?
Yeah, I believe so.
So yeah, we haven't really seen much from any of them.
We have overalls on screen too right now. Show, Holt, Woods, Jackson, Vic. 4, 6, 7, 8 the scores. So that is we'll try to keep you guys updated as much as possible. I'm sorry you won't be able to see that because it's right here for me, but yeah, so I'll try to keep everyone as up to date as possible, and really it's just about seeing who is going to win this final race of the night. It is time to drop the gate here at Houston. Race 3, let's go. Oh, pretty
Good
close
from the championship leader Wood. As we have
Woods is down, I think. I saw Cash Woods lay it down in turn 1. Joey Carter, 2 for 3, and Stats Guy Holshot Awards here tonight. But Dylan Delaire shoots to the front and gets over Carter to the race lead. Jackson Lindsay up here. We got West, we got Thorson, Pinkerton, and Cash Woods picked it up, still in 7th, amazingly. Wow, Jackson Vic absolutely buried in this one. Tyler Show is 15th. Overalls are about to be all over the place as Dylan Delaire leads lap number 1 here in Houston.
Yeah, this is a good rebound for Dylan Delaire after not making the main event. Oh, he goes off the track.
Wow. So that hands Joey Carter the race lead as Jax Lindsay moves to second. We got Carson West third. Thorson Pinkerton rounds out our top 5. This is a completely different cast of characters than we've seen almost all night long, aside from Joey Carter battling out front, and this is going to turn the overalls completely upside down.
Yeah, Joey Carter, TikTok / Instagram / YouTube, MX Simulator star. Pretty sure I've never searched up MX Simulator and not seen his videos in the past 3 years. Arguably one of the most famous tracks in Sim 2. Always has a server on that one. But yeah, looking good out front. But yeah, Jackson Lindsay in second, and Carson West, I have no idea. He's running the Chase Sexton number of
486, yeah.
And yeah, it looks like Cash Woods kind of the only guy that's really out front-ish. We're not really seeing a lot from Tyler Shoei.
Yeah, 19th for Tyler Show right now. Not good, but Jackson Vick is making moves up to 12th. Meanwhile, up front, we got to maybe change for the lead. Jackson Lindsay throws a nose up the inside of Joey Carter, and then jumping alongside of both of them is Carson West going to the race lead.
What a pass. That was sick.
That triple by as those guys were battling each other, and West gets the lead. Look
they're
at
gonna
Carter.
Get close.
They're rubbing number plates onto the on-offs, and Carson West still holds onto the lead, but it's not over yet.
Amazes me that they both got out of that section clean. It looks like little mistake. Wow. And Carson West threw a bat whip. Yeah, it kind of looks like the whoosh speed. Carson West is kind of looking good through there. Kind of looks like that's where Joey Carter kind of struggles, and Lindsay had a really bad run through them.
Yeah, so Lindsay loses some time and might lose a position as Pinkerton's pulling up alongside of him down this straightaway. Not quite. Pinkerton doesn't get there just yet. We also have Tanner Thorson hanging tough right there in the 5 spot right behind these guys. So this is still quite the freight train out front. Carson West has the lead, but it is not that far gone, and then it's just absolute chaos behind him.
Yeah, it looks like, looking at timing and scoring, Cash Woods made a mistake up to 9th, and for a second there, Jackson Vick did pass him, but then he made a mistake and he dropped down the order. So not too sure where Vick is now. It looks like he's in the 13th position, but yeah, not a good look for the guys that were up front the first 2 races.
Yep, and Carson West just lays down the fastest lap of the race out front at a 51.8, so he's actually pulling away now from this group as Joey Carter is under attack. Jackson Lindsay's going to try to triple-double by him down the start straight. Let's see if he gets there. Not quite, as Carter shuts the door. Pinkerton, Jeff Cooper still there, but like you said, Cash Woods is coming. He's going with Tom Quinault just in front of him. And Jackson Vick trying to move around Caden Kepke into the top 10 as this fight is so good. Look at this alongside Joey Carter getting passed up. Quads over. Does Jackson Lindsay. Does it work to the inside? It might. Double, and he gets the pass done. It did work out.
Wow. So everything me and Kellen said might have not been true. Ooh, and we have a mistake by Lindsay. But yeah, that quad pod was faster. I mean, it does work in situations like that. Looks like, that's Pinkerton.
Yeah, Pinkerton makes the pass on Joey Carter with these two fighting with each other. He's snuck into the picture as well. This is a great race early on, and Carson West is just pulling away as these two still battling it out. Pinkerton up the inside, squares it back off. Oh my goodness, back and forth we go as lap traffic trying to get out of the way. I think that's even Dylan Delaire going a lap down already, which is insane. And this fight is so good between these guys.
Yeah, Carson West is just throwing down some burn sticks right now. Have we seen him out front at all?
Oh, over the bars. That was Jax Lindsay going down, I think. But yeah, we have not seen Carson West, I don't think, at all tonight. I don't know where he's been. And then he just shows up and is pulling away at the front as Pinkerton dealing with the heat from Joey Carter. This is still your fight for second, as Jeff Cooper going to deal with some heat from Cash Woods before long. Jax Lindsay gets going behind them. And Show and Vic 14th and 15th right now as they run.
Not good. Shouts to my boy Christopher Harris in 7th place. Looking good. And Pinkerton goes down. Kind of leaves Carter alone in second. Looks like Jeff Cooper will go by. Lindsay will go by jumping off the track. Oh, there's my boy Christopher in the background with the Prado-ish gear.
There he is, yep, holding down a strong P7. By the way, update on points. Cash Woods is up 6 as they run for the overall 12-18 for Jackson Vick. So Vick and Show really got to get a move on, or this is going to be Cash Woods' race to lose. He's already up to 4th.
Ooh.
Might be 3rd before long as he bumps Timmy Briscoe out of the way. And then Jeff Cooper just up the road of that. Man, these guys are all still pretty close together, too. Can't make a mistake if you're Cash Woods right now. You'd lose about 5 or 6 positions in a hurry.
Yeah, it kind of looks like there's just a freight train of riders behind him. And, yeah, these lap riders, it's going to be interesting to see how he plays through them and how they react to him. We'll see. We'll see as he gets a little lift in the whoops, but saves it. But, yeah, kind of throwing himself into good positions, decent positions. Really not the greatest, but he kind of fights his way through to the end of the main. And, yeah, that's kind of been the name of the game tonight, especially with these Triple Crowns and how the track develops. Yeah, he's kind of... and he gets together with a lapper.
No, that was Jeff Cooper, who he was
Cooper?
battling for third, but he lays it down anyway, loses 2 positions. Your boy Christopher Harris is up into the top 5 now, and he's battling Jackson Lindsay. Was Jeff Cooper off the track for a second? He's trying to... Yeah, he's right in front of these guys now, and Cash Woods trying to get around Christopher Harris, but Harris has to come to a stop to not go down. Cash Woods jumps by. Harris also going to get passed by Pinkerton. Oh, man, Cash Woods is in a bit of a flurry right here, and if he makes a mistake and goes down, he's going to lose so many positions and points. So he's just got to try to keep the wits about him and not let things get too big. I mean, he's got, looking at an overall win sitting on 12 points. He won't even have won a main event tonight, and he still might win the overall. That's how things are playing in his favor, but he can't let it get too far away from him. He's got to try to settle down here.
Yeah, definitely want to stay focused. And, yeah, he's looking good so far, though. He's looking good. He's been the most consistent guy in the 250 class. But Carson West, man, 8 seconds up, runs the fastest lap of a 50.8. I hope I just didn't give him commentator's curse. But he's looking good. He's looking good. He's looking in control. And, yeah, really navigating everywhere well.
Yeah,
Never heard of this guy.
Well, this is crazy because I feel like this is the same Carson West about 4 years ago that randomly came out and won second round of East, but hasn't done anything else since. Clearly didn't race much last year. 486 is number right now. Didn't do much earlier tonight, and then bam, suddenly running some of the best laps of the night. Maybe en route to winning race 3 right now, and it's an incredible turnaround. Almost an unlikely turnaround to see it happen this way, but 11-second lead. That is absolutely insane how much he has pulled that away. I want to go back to see Tyler Show and Jackson Vick real quick because they are still nose to tail. They've seen each other a lot here tonight, but right now they're seeing way too much of other guys that they haven't seen much of tonight, and it's going to maybe cost them a chance at this overall win. They need to gain a lot of positions in a minute and a half plus 1 lap, and I think it's rather unlikely as they're 35 seconds off the lead. They got to gain like 11, 12 seconds to get up to like 7th or 6th to gain those points back, and I don't know if I see it happening, Kalana.
Yeah, I don't really know if I see it either. It looks like Cash Woods has ran the fast lap of the race, so we could even see him getting even better as he's only a second behind Joey Carter. And yeah, this kind of just seems like Cash Woods kind of night, especially how it turned out in this last moto. The consistency, really just putting him where he needs to be.
Yeah, absolutely. And incredible to see that turnaround because we maybe saw the first blemish for him tonight. He was able to charge all the way through the field at A2, and he won with good starts at A1 and San Diego. But tonight it has been very wild, inconsistent, and he's going to put 3 kind of average scores together to maybe win this thing. So the consistency is there, even if the speed maybe wasn't tonight, and he might be able to win this thing without winning one of these races, which is the way that you can get it done in Triple Crowns with consistent scores, and that's what he is trying to bring to the table. Will we get white flag next time by? That is actually going to be pretty close. Carson West to the flag with 5 seconds on the clock. I think he's going to get white flag. Yep, time is expired now. 2-lap board goes to 1. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go for Cash Woods to win this overall, and Carson West to win this race.
Yeah, it looks like Jeff Cooper and Christopher Harris battling. Looks like Cash Woods made a mistake on the last lap, allowed Jeff Cooper to come back up. But yeah, Cash Woods just looking solid. Really, just nice. It's kind of what you want, especially in the 250 class. It's so unpredictable. Ooh, as he teeter-totters through the whoops. But yeah, he's just been putting those average, not even average, like pretty decent finishes. I mean, even he's not even going to finish outside the top 5, which is what you want. Yeah, with not getting second in any of the races and finishing outside the top 3 in one of them. Really impressive, but that's kind of the name of the game. And yeah, did Carson West get the win? And he does.
Yes, he does. Carson West wins race 3 here at Houston. Joey Carter trying to hold on for the second spot in the race. And then your big winner tonight, the overall winner from Houston, his 3rd win of the season. Cash Woods is back in the winner's circle as he wins Houston Triple Crown with consistent scores to get it done. And what a night it is for Cash Woods. Jeff Cooper 4th.
Let's go, my boy Christopher.
Yeah.
Top 5.
Top 5 finish in race 3. Bodie Parker 6th. Wyatt Grant 7th. Jax Lindsay 8th. Velotti 9th. Pinkerton 10th. Jackson Vick ends up 11th. And I think we'll secure a podium with that, as will Tyler Show in 12th. They're both coming to the line right now. But yeah, tough break for them because they really had a shot to win this. And in the end, they did not actually come that close because Cash Woods and his consistent rides carried him to a better result. Jeremy Schiabro over the line there in 14th, a week after winning at Anaheim, and Quinault wins race 2, 15th in race 3. And looking through for penalties to change anything, kind of looks like it all stayed the same as Carson West disconnects pretty quickly. Cash Woods is out of here as well, even though he got the win. And his 3rd win in 4 tries to start the season. I don't think he's going to be beaten in this championship.
No, it kind of just sealed the deal right there. What was the overalls looking like?
Let's see if we can get the overalls on screen here soon. We'll try to get... There we go. Cash Woods on 10. Tyler Show on 16 in 2nd. Joey Carter gets on the box in 3rd on 18. Jackson Vick 4th on 19. So he missed out by 1 point, and Joey Carter ends up on the box here tonight. Dr. Do Racing's finest, getting it done up there for the number 20 machine.
What a night of racing it's been. Yeah,
incredible.
The Triple Crowns have really made it fun to watch, and yeah, especially the 250 class. It's obviously harder to ride those bikes on these gnarly tracks, and it's been exciting, especially you saw Quinault 10th in the first race, won the second race, 15th in the 3rd race. So it's good racing, but it's gonna be hard to beat Seth Carr. Yeah, and I feel like the scores you just showed for Quinault there just shows how difficult it is to be consistent in a Triple Crown too. You can have the speed to win, but you can also struggle your way to a 15th place finish just as easily as well. And Painkiller already highlights in chat says, I didn't even say the team name for Cash Woods. Of course it's District Designs. How many times do we have to say District Designs in a single night? They've got 100 riders on the track. Do we know who owns District Designs?
Well, I think it's like a mix of people. I feel like Jake Speece is the person I talk to the most in dealing with that stuff, but then I think like Liam or Roella helps out with some stuff with District. So I don't know if there's like one owner necessarily.
They're really just assembling the Infinity Stones, really.
They certainly have a lot of the best players in the game, and certainly a lot of the best players in the 450 class. Defending champion Colby Eaglin, current points leader Seth Carr, all under the District Designs tent. And it is go time for race 3. Seth Carr up 3 points on Seth Shirley, 8 points on Ash Deering, and 9 on Colby Eaglin, 10 on Braden Carter. To race 3 we go. 12 minutes plus a lap to decide a winner here tonight in Houston. Final gate drop. Here we go. We were looking at Walter Gebhardt here. He's got a good jump, and he's trying to get to the turn first, but he takes almost everybody down, and Seth Carr gets the Stats Guy whole shot because of it. Braden Carter trying to quad his way down the inside, should get second place. He's going to be right behind his teammate, and this is the 1-2 dynamic duo we wanted to see, but everybody else was down in turn 1, I think.
Yeah, this is the closest it's been between them two.
Seth Carr over the bars and down. This could be huge for the overall as Carter goes to the race lead. Looks like Tharp was held up with a down rider as well in this corner. Several riders going down, and Carr is all the way back in 13th place as Braden Carter leads lap number 1.
Yeah, Braden Carter looks like he's up to first, and if you're Seth Shirley, you got to be rubbing your hands because he's only 3 points back from Seth Carr. So this is kind of the big break you needed, but we will see how much position Seth Carr can make.
Yeah, we'll see if Seth Carr can get through the field and still win this overall. He's up to 8th already, so the 10-point difference between he and Carter is a moot point because Carr needs to be outside of the top 10 if Carter wins this race for Braden Carter to win the overall. But Shirley is up here in the 2 spot, and that's the kryptonite that Seth Carr has to worry about. He has to at least be within 2 positions of Seth Shirley to win the overall. The tiebreaker, I believe, goes to Better Third Moto, the same way we do it IRL with tiebreakers. And so if Shirley can at least beat Seth Carr by 3 positions or more, he would leave here as the winner for Houston. He's in 2nd. He's trying to run down Carter. How about another great start for Ash Deering? He just got passed by Jeremy Seabolt for the 3 spot, but the 29 BPC Suzuki, who went through the LCQ here tonight, is looking feisty. I think he knew that Kalana was talking big ups about him, looking like Filthy Phil out there, and he's bringing the goods, man. He's been in top 5 all night long.
Yeah, really impressive race by Ash Deering. Kind of the same in the TVD class with Holtzy out front. So maybe it's just like an extra edge that they have in the LCQ, and yeah, he's looking good in Phil-like fashion, getting good starts and being out front early, especially in these triple crowns.
Yeah, definitely Phil-like fashion to get those good starts, as you mentioned, and carrying himself to a great result here tonight if it stays status quo. Leclerc behind that, then Eagland, T-Lang, and then Carr, who just cased the finish line triple behind all these guys. So Carr is trying to get up to a position where he could beat Seth Shirley from an overall standpoint, but also Braden Carter's sitting there thinking like, man, please crash again because I want a shot to win this thing. If you have another big mistake, get some more people between yourself and me leading this thing. Never know how it could go, but Carr doesn't care a lick about that. He's going to try to claw as many positions back as he can. And first on his list is Tyler Lang, the JIBR.co Kawasaki. Haven't seen much of the 5 here tonight. 5th in the points coming into this evening, and has not been a very good night for T Lang, but trying to make amends in this 3rd race, running 7th right now, right behind the 1 of Eagland, the 7 of Leclerc. All the single-digit boys lined up again this week. Cool to see that.
Yeah, T-Lang, I haven't seen much of him, but that's someone you want to be careful racing around because the fender's pretty quick.
Yeah.
If you do... Oh, and T-Lang!
Whoa, Carr into him and down. No legs.
No way.
No legs off for
Wow.
Seth Carr. He front flipped. I thought he bounced off his head even, but he does not get a legs off crash. Gets passed up there by Castellaneta and Luke Sullivan, but only loses 1 spot on the trot. He went from 8th to 9th with that.
Yeah, that's not what you want, as Luke Sullivan had the fastest lap time.
And look at Carr. He's trying to get up the inside of Castellaneta to make this pass, and he goes right back into 8th place. We've got a request for some on-board action with Seth Carr, and why not do it to see what he's able to do from this position. He's going to try to run down Luke Sullivan. He has some clear racetrack, and the fact that he did not get legs off right there in that whoop section is, I'd imagine, just pure luck.
But yeah, I've never seen a save like that before.
I've never seen someone basically slowly roll across their head upside down, and JLV's just like, you're good.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah, the MX Sim gods must be really pumped on you right now because, yeah, that was crazy. Let's see. Braden Carter. Ooh, Seth Shirley made a mistake. Siebel gets around him.
Yeah.
So it looks like Seth Carter only has to make up 3 or 4 more positions. He's back in the win for this, so yeah, we'll see if he can keep it a steady boat. But yeah, it looks like Thibault kind of looks like he just ran the fastest time of the race with a 49.9 as Carter runs a 51.0. So Thibault looking sneaky fast.
Yeah, the 2020 champion Jeremy Seabolt trying to get up there and steal a win away from Braden Carter as we get on board with Seth Carr doing his 46.7 new fast lap of the race, and you saw every little bit of that. He gets around Leclerc, and points as they ran last time through, Shirley was on 8, Carr was on 10. Now Carr is on 9 as he gets around the 7 of Alexis Leclerc, and Shirley has got to try against all odds to get these passes done and maybe still win this thing, because if he can limit his points haul and get a 1 on the board, that would be huge, paying off trying to get the win stolen away from Seth Carr and really put the pressure on Carr to get up there into a podium position to get the win back away from Seth Shirley. But you're right, man. Jeremy Seabolt is firing on all cylinders, and he's going after Braden Carter for the race lead right now. Doesn't care about what these points are at or anything like that. He wants the best result for him, and that is to win this race if he can get it done.
Yeah, and I feel like we haven't seen a lot from Siebel. Yeah, since it's been a long time since we've seen that fire, so it's good to see him coming back and yeah, making a lot of time on Carter and yeah, kind of putting in a gap to Shirley.
Yeah, look at this. As these two just working together out front. This was the championship battle we had waited to see about 5 years ago, similar to Carter versus Carr nowadays. Siebold, the defending champion coming into 2021 versus the up-and-coming Braden Carter at the time. And Carter pretty much laid claim to the series from there, went on a streak almost unheard of in this game. 4 times in a row did he win the Supercross Championship in MX Simulator, and he is trying to win another race here in Houston, but he needs some help, more so than just winning this final race of the night to get the job done. And Siebold's keeping him honest. Shirley is still there hoping that they maybe get together and he can take advantage, go win this race himself. Eaglin not too far back of them as well. This is interesting to see the dynamic of how this is shaping up, because Carr is not passing as many people as he needs to, and with all of these guys running fast laps out front, it's just helping Seth Shirley as he's still up 1 point on Seth Carr.
We'll see if the lapper will get away for Seth Shirley. Looks like there's a husky in between them two. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that Turley maybe, I think, on the 67? It must be.
Definitely could be. Would not be surprised if it was. But yeah. Siebold kind of looks like, ooh, we got a down rider. Looks like it's number 46 of Cooper Hunt. And yeah, Shirley kind of just tagging along in the back. Not sure if he's just a little bit timid of Spencer Turley, or if he's kind of just waiting to see if anyone will make a mistake. But we'll see how this race shapes up as Hunt goes off the track again. We got a down rider in the rhythm section. I saw the red plate of Carr, and Carr's up to 4th place.
Wow, Seth Carr making moves, and just as I say that, he gets caught on the rear tire of a lapped rider and gets hung up. He's going to lose a position right here as jumping over top of him is his teammate, Colby Eaglin, back to 5th place. But again, he is 1 up right now on Seth Shirley as it runs, so he's back in a position to win the overall if he stays here and Shirley stays in 3rd. So if you're Seth Shirley here, you really got to get a move on. You got to go run down Jeremy Siebold and Braden Carter out front and win this race if you want to win the overall. Kind of looks like he got the memo. He has definitely picked up the pace here.
Yeah, kind of looks like you can see that little extra aggression from Shirley now. And yeah, I think he's kind of tired of waiting in the back and seeing, I guess, the more veteran riders kind of show him around the racetrack. And he really wants to hammer down. And yeah, it's really his time to go. It's now or never for him.
So he is on the move. 50.3 last time by. 50.2 is his personal best. So he's running lap times similar to what he's capable of doing on the racetrack. But is it going to be enough to close up on Siebold and Carter? Not just yet, but that could change, especially if the 10 gets on the rear tire of the 2 and puts the pressure on Carter and makes mistakes come to life out of your 4-time champion out front. This is the gap between them. Doesn't feel like a lot, but it's just enough where nothing has materialized just yet. We'll see as the race continues to progress if anything changes. Meanwhile, Eaglin versus Carr is still a good battle. This is for 4th, and this would be huge if Eaglin could get into 4th because it makes it so that Shirley has to win the race to win the overall here tonight.
Yeah, it's looking interesting. Actually, Eaglin and Carr ran the 2 fastest laps of the race back-to-back, a 49.45 and a 49.46. So they are the fastest guys on the track. We'll see if we see some teammate, towing each other in and, yeah, moving forward.
This is going to be good as Carr now finally gets a bit of clean air as well. That could elicit some ridiculously fast laps that we'll see in the closing stages of this. Still both of them going for the quad triple. So yeah, you're right. They are kind of working together.
Looks like
Siebold
made a mistake.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll see what that entails. Shirley still has to get Carter, and I'm not sure if Carr gets 3rd, does he still win?
Yes, if Carr gets 3rd, but if Shirley wins the race and Carr gets 4th, then I believe Shirley would get the tiebreaker there. So Shirley needs to run down Braden Carter. Easier said than done, especially 5 seconds between them with only a minute and a half on the clock. I don't think it happens unless Carter lays it down somewhere. But yeah, this is working out very nicely for Seth Carr. His teammates all around kind of helping this thing work out in his favor as well. And I'd have to imagine he might even get a little bit of help from Siebold if push comes to shove and he needs it. But we'll see. Closing stages of this race, and there's still some things that could get weird in the final 2 laps.
Yeah, it looks like the gap's kind of extended from Braden Carter to Shirley. Shirley 5.7 seconds back. This is kind of the break that Braden Carter need. Maybe this starts something where, you know, he finally has his confidence back, and yeah, this is where he kind of shines late into the race, back in his championship days. So I think we could see a new Braden Carter for the rest of the season as his buddy Hubbard moves out of the way.
Yeah, Hubbard, I think, was picking himself up from a crash there in 13th place. Carter definitely moving through the back half of the pack very nicely. And with 30 seconds on the clock, we definitely will get the white flag next time by. So 2 to go in Houston, and Carter is just trying to put this thing to bed for race 3. All the while, Seth Carr is still pushing forward. He might actually have a shot to get Siebold and really put this thing completely to bed. 1-1-4 performance right now, but it could be a 1-1-3 if things just go a little bit better. A 50.0 last time by. 51.0 is his average lap time, I think. I'm trying to look at the graphics on our screen, but they're a little bit small for me to read, so apologies for that. But yeah, Carr absolutely ripping around this track right now, and he is on his way to trying to close this gap down to Siebold. I mean, he doesn't need it. Like, if you're in his position right here, you don't need to pass Siebold to win the overall. So do you still go for it, or do you lay up?
It's definitely a tough one. Yeah, I don't know. I think you kind of just chill out unless you have the confidence to do it. But I wouldn't risk it. But this is what was nice. He put himself in this situation. That's why these first 2 races count so much, because that 1-1 really helped. Put this thing to rest. Because if Shirley didn't make that mistake, I think we'd be having a whole different conversation right now. It would be, can Seth Carr pass Siebold?
Yeah, and it's not that case. Shirley is not close enough to Carter. Carr is close to Siebold, but it's not going to matter in the end regardless, because his teammate out front, the guy who needs to try to defeat him, is going to help him win the race regardless. Braden Carter comes back with a vengeance. He wins race 3 in Houston. Seth Shirley is going to fall just short here tonight, as Siebold and Carr still going at it down this final straightaway. But with a 1-1-4 performance in Houston, Seth Carr will get his 3rd win of 2026. And back in the winner's circle after a week away last week. Watching the old man get it done. Leclerc winning in Anaheim has been the only blemish so far for Seth Carr in his title defense, or in his title run, I should say. Meanwhile, also a big up to Jake Spees in chat, just gifted 5 tier 1 subs. So welcome to the club. Coochie Harvester, Not Flex Kex, Butters MX, Mr. Machine, and MK Billion. So thank you so much, Jake Spees, for gifting those subs. He's very excited about District Designs being on top. They won all 3 main events tonight as Braden Carter helps them complete the sweep. But his man, Seth Carr, is the winner here tonight at Houston. And 3 out of 4 to start the season. This is starting to get a little out of hand for everybody else.
Yeah, this is unreal performance tonight for Seth Carr. I feel like this was kind of the pressure cooker round for him. He won the first 2, got 3rd last week. See if he could win again, and he does. So, yeah, very, very good night for Seth Carr. And really, this moto was good, but it was really the first. He won the whole overall by winning that 2nd moto.
Yep, so your overall results on the night: Seth Carr gets the win on 6 points, Seth Shirley on 7, Braden Carter on 13 is your podium. Eagland and Ash Deering rounds out the top 5. So Deering, great job. Nerona 6, Castellaneta, Sullivan, Tharp, and Siebold, your top 10 here from Houston. And that is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. That has been a night of racing here in MX Simulator, round number 4 of Underground RC Supercross from Houston. What a great night. Obviously great to see Seth Carr and Cash Woods get the wins again, but really the best part of the night was Kalana Humphrey in studio all night with us. It was awesome to have you here. What'd you think?
Oh, I loved it. The racing was good tonight, and I love motocross. I love dirt bikes, and I love MX Simulator. This is like a dream come true for me, just even being in this booth. So pleasure to call the races with you tonight, Kellen.
It was awesome to have you, man. And I've asked this question of the guests the last couple weeks. How much different is it than you expected having to try to call one of these things?
I would say for me, not too much, just because I've watched all of them. It was kind of what I expected. But no, it was really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's awesome to have you. Obviously, you're close by, so I'm sure we'll work something out. We got to come back in again soon.
We gotta do it again.
Maybe when A-Wood's in here, we'll get feisty one night too. So
big ups to my team Pulp MX too. I have a MX Simulator team. I'm pretty sure we got last in MX of teams, but Steve, if you're watching this, just know I'm carrying on your legacy in sim.
There you go. Look at that. Loving it. Big Pulp MX fan here. Obviously, we love Pulp MX here too. I kind of do some work for Steve, so know the drill over there, and it's awesome what they do every week as well. But that's it for us tonight, man. Awesome racing here tonight. Congratulations to the winner. Big thanks, of course, to Underground RC for backing the entire program, making it possible for us to go racing for MX Simulator Pro Supercross in 2026. So that is it. Thanks again, Kalana, for coming in. Great to have you. Why don't you shout out all the people that support you and make it possible?
Yeah. Obviously, big thank you to Red Bull, dream sponsor of mine. One Industries, sickest gear ever. Stark Future, awesome. You saw the performance from Tom Cano. He really showed up and showed out for Stark. Heat Wave, great goggles, thrill seekers, great seats, Dunlop. Pretty much everybody wins in Dunlops. So I mean, I'm pretty sure that the whole gate was using Dunlops out there. Thrill seekers, seat covers, Motocuts graphics, fastway pegs, ODI bars. Everyone that follows me on Instagram and TikTok, I appreciate it. I'm sure I'm forgetting Alpine Stars, send me good boots and chest protectors. I feel like I'm forgetting some people, but everyone, thank you. Enzo, Yoshi, dials in my suspension. And yeah, everyone else, thank you so much. Appreciate it, ASV lovers. And yeah, thank you, Kellen, for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course, man. It's been awesome to have you in studio. Like I said, we'll gladly have you back. Be sure, again, if you haven't already, follow him on Instagram and TikTok, like he's mentioned a couple times tonight, and YouTube as well, because you got those projects coming soon. Excited to see what you got dropping here soon. So again, big thanks for joining me tonight. Also, shout out Blake Fisher, $5 in chat. Sick racing. Kalana was badass in the booth, he says, and thanks, guys, as well. Thank you to you, Blake Fisher.
That's my boy. That's my boy Fisher from, I don't know where he's from. I met him at Day in the Dirt, the one that's in Pennsylvania. So
okay, yeah.
Big ups to my boy Fisher.
There we go. Fisher getting it in the stream as well here tonight. And yeah, awesome racing tonight. Thanks again so much for the support, everyone who tunes in every single week. We will be back next week for round 5 from Glendale, one of the best tracks of the season. So hopefully some of the best racing of the season. And I believe our boy A-Wood is going to be back in the booth with us next week as well. So excited to have him back with us. And we got a hype chest as well in the chat. So we just got rewards. So congratulations over on Twitch, everyone doing their job to make the hype chest real. Thanks again so much, everyone, for supporting, and we'll see you guys next week for Glendale. So long for now.